Gomoa. I got... You made it just before the... Nice, welcome. I got distracted a moment ago by Faria Faraji's video about Nolan's Odyssey and the Western view of Greek culture. And I've been low-key commentating about it to myself. I'm halfway done with the video, so I don't even... I thought about wanting to watch it on stream, but it's like an hour and a half long. I'm still, despite everything, I'm still me, I see. It's an hour and a half long, so we'd have to dedicate the stream to it, but I'm already halfway done with this, so it doesn't matter. But I'll finish it up later on my own time. But I have a whole bunch of other stuff in line. But, it was very cold there. It was very hot here. We have a heat wave that's supposed to last all week. And it's definitely been getting to me. So it's very cold where you are, and it's very hot where I am. Obviously, that's just how the Earth works. But I do have some really good news that I'm sure Brett would like. That one new... I had a very good DDR session last night, basically. That 119 whose song pack that I bought, that one Superior Max, I passed it yesterday, and and at the end, I was this close, like very, very close to failing it at the very end. You may or may not know which one that is. I can show you which one. You'll be going to vacation? Alright. But let's see if I can... Now, Brett may or may not remember which one Superior Max is. We can re-review it in a moment. I forgot to upload the screenshot on my computer. I screenshotted on my phone, and I was going to share it with you guys on stream, but my phone is already hooked up to my VTuber, so I don't really want to mess that up. Yeah, and oh my god, I was completely out of it after passing that. I've always thought to myself that a 19 is always the equivalent of two 18s for me, and I was so winded after that. But yeah, and then I tried to do a 15 that was easier than I thought, and oh my god, my abdomen was in freaking horror after that. So you finally have no work in 5 hours. We're just discussing my minor, well, I wouldn't say that it's a minor achievement, but a major one. Yeah, that'll be nice. But here, real quick, we're gonna re-review the song in question. Yeah, it was this one, Superior Max. It was added 4 months ago, but I didn't get the song pack until... It was either last week or the week before that I got this song pack. I tried to do the 19 on stream, but I couldn't read it because we don't have the quality of life features that would make it easy to read. Also, the first half of the song is relatively easy for me to do, but the second half, because of just how fast it is, was very, very difficult. We'll re-review what the chart looks like so that you can get a frame of reference of what I had to go through yesterday just to pass it. I got an A- on it, about 790 something, which I was very satisfied with. So it's in the middle in terms of all my 19 scores overall. I'm still missing two 19s to pass, Lacrima, Requiem, and Endymion. Those are the only two I still have left, and oh my god, I keep having to put them off because my body isn't up for it. But... yeah, and this first half is the easy part. Some of those green notes, I would just have to spam my feet through them. Just hope that I get through them. Here, I just have here the first half of the song, because it's at 3:33. I just have to keep up with it. These little green notes, these going back and forth between green and blue is a little tricky, but it's not that tricky. Sorry about that. I have some water, I have some Gatorade here, and I drank it a little too fast, and now I'm coughing on it. Those jumps there are a little tricky, but... And here's the first break, if we want to call it that. Oh god, no, I just drank that too fast and now my throat hurts. And then it picks back up. And here's where it transitions into 444. This part still caught me off guard, and now here, this is the fast part of the song, and this is the hardest part, just because of how fast it is. I lost a lot of gauge up here. Towards the end, my dance gauge was like hovering around this part, and I was like, I was all set to just give up after that, because I was like, there's no way that I'm going to get through the end just by bracketing, which is the tried and true safe strat when trying to hit as many notes as possible while not actually really trying to follow the pattern. And this is at 444 here, which is very, very fast. And some of these speed changes still catch me off guard. Dun, 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 dun. That part I bracketed. This part I also kind of bracketed. I was trying to hold on for dear life at that point. This part I was able to recover a little bit. This part I had to bracket for dear life though. This part I just kept my feet in the corners and just wiggled them back and forth. Just trying desperately to hang on. This part I was able to catch my breath. And here I was able to recover quite a bit of gauge because it's mostly these green notes. Dun, 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 dun. And I was so... Not only was I so relieved when I got it, I mean, I didn't pop off like I did with some of the other 19s I've passed. Some of the other 19s I've passed, I kind of popped off with a big yes. But this time I was like, I can't believe I did this. And it wasn't necessarily first try. I mean, I did it once, but I used the wrong speed mod, so I had to restart it. But I was so relieved, but I was also so exhausted. And when I tried to do like a 15 after this, I was still extremely exhausted to the point to where my abdomen started cramping up. Oh, Lord have mercy, but I'm so glad I got it out of the way. I'm not touching this for a while now. I mean, even the level 17 of this was kind of a struggle. But yeah, I'm so glad that I passed this. 19 number 10 out of 12 that I still have to get through. Yep, yeah. And this can only and the only way I was able to do this was by drinking a crap ton of water. For some reason, I have to drink a crap ton of water these days to be able to play well. I haven't been keeping track of how much water I should be drinking. I might have to just collect a whole bunch of water and see how much I have to drink before I play. But yeah, we got that out of the way. Alright, let's go ahead and ignore this because this is irrelevant. No, not this one. Yes, this one. The first thing I wanted to take a look at was a little meme-related video by Docudobbery, whose channel I haven't actually seen in a while. They make parody history videos, and this one is about whether or not Saddam Hussein did 9/11, which I don't know if you guys can see the thumbnail up there in the right there. Here, I'll show you the thumbnail
For
itself.
years,
This one right here. Did Saddam Hussein do 7-Eleven? As you can see, he's just smiling there with his fancy little mustache. Because relax, buddy. Are we still talking about that? And I wanted to see exactly whether or not he actually did the thing, or if we're all just tripping.
For years, the United Interstates of America has peddled their belief that the former Iraqi dictator Saddam Hussein is somehow responsible for the tragedy that is the 7-Eleven gas station.
Oh my god. Now, technically, 7-Eleven is a Japanese company, but that's what Saddam Hussein wants you to think.
Franchise. They even went as far as presenting
This is the Sedan weapon.
evidence at the United Stations that Saddam possessed weapons of gas destruction.
Gas destruction. I mean, you see, in Iraq, we was looking for weapons of mass destruction. And you know goddamn well we ain't find them. But as I always say, the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence.
And had coordinated 7-Eleven with the infamous Audi National.
Wait, what did that just say?
And had coordinated
Yeah, 7-Eleven is Japanese.
7-Eleven with the
Osama bin Laden in Audi Arabia. Oh my god, that is leader of Al Qaeda. Oh my god, that's perfect. Wait, what did that? I wasn't done reading it.
destruction and had coordinated 7-Eleven with the
Okay, I don't know what that says.
infamous Audi
But Osama bin Laden of Audi Arabia.
National Osama bin Laden and his type
I always knew that Mercedes-Benz was up to no good. I don't know anything about Mercedes,
terrorist
but
organization, Al Qaeda.
I didn't realize that Mater was a part of Al Qaeda.
These claims, of course, were later used to justify America's prolonged war on Tyre, a controversial conflict that totaled millions of cars in Middle East countries.
Okay, oh my god, this is so... Kegypt, Lemon, Slowman, Urek, Styria, Turnkey, Iram, Gascanistan, and Pakistan.
Countries such as Iraq, Afghanistan,
Oh, it says Iraq?
and even Iran and Pakistan. While some celebrated this war as being an end to the autocratic Saddam regime,
Wait.
others say it caused damage to the frame of America's image.
Americars. Did I see the new Witch Furry Bait? Are you talking about that one DreamWorks movie?
Damage that not even the best of
Beat stop.
mechanics could fix. But is any of this true?
I don't
Did
know.
Saddam Hussein have a stockpile of weapons of gas destruction?
Does that say Tucker Carlson? Oh, Lord have mercy. As if it, I mean, Tucker Carlson is kind of paid for by Iran.
Is he responsible
Allegedly, in my opinion.
for 7-Eleven? Was the war
Forgot, yes, that one, yeah, I saw it. I was like, there's no way that they could do something like this and not expect people to make certain types of artwork out of it.
on Tyre justified? Or are the conspiracy theorists like Tucker Carlson correct?
Okay.
Was 7-Eleven an inside job?
We're gonna do the ultimate deep dive.
While many vehicles in the world of cars believe that the United Interstates of America is a bright, beaming LED headlight of democracy, the reality is, it is a nation
It was actually created by Mater by simply uttering the words, "Don't you remember you was there too?"
very much steered by oligarchs.
Oligarchs.
Although its publicly traded stock exchange, the
The N&D.
NMD 500, is the largest in the world, America's fuel economy is largely dominated by two massive oil and gas companies,
Yes, and some of it is us.
Twin Powers.
Dynaco, obviously, and then Axelrod, who tried to have the Lightning McQueen killed as part of a backup plan.
Divided geographically into two regions, these Twin Powers have total monopolies over all gas stations and their respective territories. In the southern United Interstates, you have the South Power, Dynaco, owned by the immensely wealthy and influential Dynaco dynasty. The other major oligarch that makes up the North Power is Eve England's richest car and self-made billionaire Sir Miles Axelrod, who controls the Axelrod Industries conglomerate.
He was able to navigate the whole world without a GPS.
Now it's no
Jack, I'm gonna pretend that I didn't read that.
secret that Saddam Hussein and the Twin Powers have had a series of contentious fender benders in the past.
In the
In the 80s and 90s,
The big gulp.
Sedan had dreams of combining the world-famous sodas of the Gulf Coast country
Oh, there's no way.
on the Caribbean
The Code Red Sea? Oh my god, no.
Peninsula with Middle Eastern oil to form a united Muslim gas station
Oh,
franchise that could potentially be the largest in the world. However, these attempts were thwarted by the Twin Powers, who funded Sedan's arch-rival, the Aya Toyota of
yes. Oh my god, these names are the Aya Toyota. You thought Toyota was Japanese? No, they Persian as hell.
Iran during the Iran-Iraq War in the 80s, which severely limited the speed of Sedan's ambitions. They also lobbied the United Stations to
Yes, all of the United States member states.
form a global convoy to fight Saddam when he attempted to invade and take Kuwait's soda
Kuwait.
and oil reserves in the Big Gulf War. Drunk on their success of driving back Saddam's forces and their victory over the USSR
Soviet troops.
in the Cold War, the oligarchs of America became obsessed with their own horsepower. It was in this unchecked oligopoly where deadly car sins such as speed, rust, and corruption became rampant in the United Interstates. And what tends to happen sooner or later in
Judas Iscariot.
corrupt oil-rich nations? That's right. Outside attempts
And I thought they were brothers. Aren't they?
of regime oil change.
I don't know enough about the Gospels to say that for certainty.
On a July 11th morning
Oh, wait. Are these supposed to be the towers?
in the early 2000s, the Twin Powers were hit
Oh, I just realized what he meant by that.
with a massive
Why did it take me that long to realize it?
tire attack.
Tire attack?
Using
You see, those round things are called tires, and they go under the car.
covert tire networks in the United Interstates, Al-Qaeda launched thousands of simultaneous gas stations called 7-Eleven that completely carjacked America's fuel economy. With cheap gas and an excellent selection of beverages, 7-Eleven caused an immediate collapse of the South Power and the North Power's stock price. It wasn't long before there was a large pile-up crash in the NND 500 due to 7-Eleven siphoning billions out of America's fuel economy. At first, Dynaco was a 7-Eleven denier and tried to blame the crash on third-quarter drops in jet usage. But trucker Carlson
Oh, Spinfo, make America great again. It's Spinfo
was quick
Wars.
to point out that jet fuel future
No, they were. What exactly would be the car's equivalent of making the frogs gay?
just can't cause financial meltdowns. From their experience fighting in the Gulf War, and the disruption 7-Eleven had caused to the gas industry, American intelligence at the KIA believed this had to be the work of a vehicle who possessed weapons.
What would that even stand for? CIA stands for Central Intelligence Agency. What word could possibly start with the K that could fit that description?
Of gas destruction. Saddam Hussein. Believing that Saddam had coordinated 7-Eleven with infamous terrorist Osama bin Laden and
Oh, he said terrorist. I thought,
Al-Qaeda, the KIA
we must stop these terrorist killers. Now watch this drive. Porsche W. Bush.
convinced President
Lord.
George W.
They're putting coolant in our gasoline and turning the trucks gay.
Bush
So Mac is gay now because of all the coolant.
to invade Iraq and force Saddam to take an early exit from life. But the problem was, there was no real credible evidence that Saddam had anything to do with 7-Eleven,
At least that's what they want us to think.
or that he even possessed weapons of gas destruction. Even when Sir Miles Axelrod was busted for the All oil plot in Cars 2,
Okay, so it does get tied into the movie.
the Miles files were released.
Thanks.
Nothing was ever found that tied Saddam to Al-Qaeda. It was revealed, however, in the Miles files that the North Power had played a substantial role in financing and aiding the launch of 7-Eleven. The ensuing controversial war on Tyre would wage in the Middle East for many miles, and would ultimately see the Saddam autocratic regime attempted to be replaced with Speedom and
Speedom.
democracy. Saddam himself, although
Yes, his hiding place. Entrance hidden by pile of tires, with an exhaust pipe and a fan.
attempting to hide, would ultimately be found
It's British Petroleum, that's what BP stands for, so it's probably British.
and totaled by America when they filled his unleaded gas tank with diesel
Oh, that what happened? Is that why we got him?
at his engine.
Uh-oh.
Osama bin Laden, of course, would later be discontinued when President Slobama
Slow bomber.
ordered a hit and run on the terrorist and his secret garage in Pakistan, using Wheel Team 6
Oh yeah, we got the whole squad.
and Mater the Green Beretta.
Let's go. Don't you remember, Osama? You was there too.
If there's one thing we can take away from this event in Cars history, it's that regime oil change for any automobile can be quite a costly enterprise.
And that's that. You've always wondered how about early types of cars and cars? Old steam engine cars and the kerosene and such. I don't know. I don't know what Caltex is. So I can't answer that question. Alright, that's that. Anyone have any final thoughts about this? I'm not exactly sure how that would work in the context of cars. I mean, we learned the truth about cars like the other month, that it was really just Mater simply uttering the words "you was there too." But yeah, I don't know what else to say with regards to that. I just wanted to look at this because I thought it would be very, very fun, and I was right. All of the puns are amazing. All right, I think we can move on to this video. This video by Ed Vasion. Now, the last one we took a look at was related to coffee, and that's what some of the other ones we took a look at were as well. But this one is about how Pokemon isn't fun anymore because of scalpers. Now, I do know that Penguin Zero made a video about trying to call out Logan Paul for doing the same thing with Yu-Gi-Oh cards, which I've noticed that myself with regard to seeing as I do play that game, but I see. But Apparently, it's extended to just Pokemon in general, and it's because of scalpers. So I want to see just how far the debauchery is going, just how far the debauchery has gotten with regards to all that stuff. If you want to learn more information, Meat Canyon has a very neat animation about the whole thing, so you should probably check that out.
Morning, welcome back. Why is Ash from Pokemon still 10 years old? Hasn't it been like 30 years?
Because it's Ash. We can't let Ash grow up because it's cartoon logic. Why is Bart Simpson still 10 years old even after it was 1987, 97, 07. It's been almost 40 years since The Simpsons was made, but Bart's also still 10.
Ah, Pokemon. A 90s kid's favorite reminder of the good old days. But not
The good old
a
days.
smartphone in sight. All we had to play with were Game Boys and the outside. Simpler times when people were doing things for the love of the game. Feels like
Yeah, I miss those days too.
it was only
Although, even my siblings were known to go to the park on occasion, even if they did bring their tablets with them.
yesterday when I got gifted Pokemon Blue for my birthday, leading to my dad buying me my first Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh starter decks at a 7-Eleven. Did I know anything about collecting or playing the actual card
Nope, and neither did I, but nowadays I do know the ins and outs of that kind of thing.
game? Probably not. I was a child with a brain that wasn't done cooking yet. Wouldn't be surprised if all I did was admire the cool Charmander art and chew on the cards for fun. So, what are kids
Oh god, even I, personally, I would have never chewed on the cards as a kid because I knew that you're not supposed to eat that kind of thing.
chewing on these days?
Eating my Nido? What the hell is Nido? You had a leapfrog, and it wasn't a tablet? Yeah, I had leapfrogs too, growing up. I don't know what a Nido is, or why they're eating it. I still don't know what this... Wait, is that one of those squishy stress toy thingies? Even back when I was that age, I would have never eaten stuff like this because I knew that they weren't good for me.
Have you guys ever wanted to eat a Nido?
I mean... Wait, that's a grown woman.
Well, I have. Let's eat it.
And of course it's someone from TikTok that's doing it. Are you kidding? My siblings, who are probably, some of which are probably much younger than this lady, are clearly smarter than this lady. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to match that with my own. I don't even know what that would taste like. When you come home to your dog eating your Labubu and now it's a Lafufu. I mean, it's a dog. They kind of chew on random things. They probably thought that this was a toy anyway.
Oh,
But when dogs chew on toys, it's to help their teeth develop.
well, as long as they're
Remember the Tide Pod? Hell no. I remember the Tide Pod challenge, but even I knew that that's stupid.
having fun, like
When was that? When was the Tide Pod challenge a thing? I think I was still in high school when that was going on, and I had more sense than that.
I said, not done cooking yet. Go ahead and pop them back in the oven. Just the brain part, not the entire kid. Hey, at least Pokemon's still a normal hobby people can partake in.
Oh, yes. I remember seeing this on a Yu-Gi-Oh! Related podcast. And the absurdity of all these scalpers just trying to get the rarest Pokemon cards possible. And you can partially blame Logan Paul for this.
Well, that's life now, I guess. It's been a while since I last checked in with Pokemon, but over the last decade, the Pokemon IP has gotten a bad rap for being overrun with scalpers, clearing out all the shelves, and fighting children for booster boxes.
And then there's also the games, the video games themselves being inconsistent. Well, there was that one pair of games that had a really good story but bad gameplay, and then there was that other one that had a bad story but good gameplay, or maybe I'm thinking of some other ones. What's the most recent one that came out? I don't remember. I remember the recent ones being like Scarlet and Violet AZ or whatever, ZA, whatever. I don't remember which is which. I don't really keep up with Pokemon, so I wouldn't know.
Can I get one ETB?
You need them all. Oh. I mean, we have Pokemon. There is a Pokemon kiosk just like this at one of the grocery stores near me, but I've never seen any scalpers near it.
Square
So I guess my area doesn't really have that kind of problem. I mean, I wouldn't know.
Squaring up like they're in a World Star video is not what I want to see when I search up Pokemon Slap Fight. I'm looking out for something like this.
No, this is what. No, this. The Pokemon. Yeah, ZA is the current gen. Yeah, this is peak Pokemon Slap.
So what happened here? Well,
His name starts with an L. That's all you need to know.
maybe those rich influencers over there have something to do with it. Once these people get a whiff of something being a potential money-making scheme, your hobby might already be cooked before you know it. Everyone can be influenced by clout to a certain degree. The way some of you will talk to a squirrel if it comes from LA, that's just modern-day celebrity worship. If some
The only ones you see are gambling machines. Well, Pokemon can be seen as gambling because you don't know what you're trying to get. Lick my balls. Yes. No, Logan Paul. But yeah, Logan Paul can. Well, I don't want him to do that. So I'm pretty sure I wouldn't enjoy it. This guy spent $2 million on
one of
cards.
the million followers starts making content
Oh, and there's the Ligma himself.
about buying Pokemon cards, and then tells all their fans they should do it too because it's a great investment.
I auctioned 33 of the packs off that sold for $40,000 each.
How's that lawsuit with CoffeeZilla going?
Chances are they will listen to successful YouTuber living in giant mansion because they're a successful YouTuber living in a giant mansion without realizing said
Yeah, Logan Paul's Pokemon card sells for a record $16 million.
YouTuber used their mountain of wealth to create the
Why is CNN reporting on this?
illusion of hype by buying up all the stock, making regular people panic buy, which creates more supply and demand, making the prices skyrocket.
Yeah, that's been happening with retro games recently, I'm pretty sure. They make the prices way too pricey. Yeah, I think that's what's been happening with retro games, if I recall correctly. Someone mentioning that somewhere, like, it was either last week or the week before, something like that. Even that's been kind of a problem recently. And then Sony recently came out and decided to exacerbate the problem by saying that they are no longer selling physical releases of games, which is like... which spits in the face of the whole stop killing games thing, but, you know.
Would you look at that? We now have all these rare cards to sell you at a 500% markup rate. You know the saying, with great hype comes great responsibility. Hobbies
Yeah.
used to be activities people do for fun. Now it's only for making a quick buck, because that's all that matters these days. Acting a fool at the Costco.
Yep, here we go. Because I love Costco. Of course we gotta try to scalp all the Pokemon cards. It's not scalping if you're buying in bulk. I mean, there are some people that'll do that just for specific things, but I don't know. Oh, and then they knock each other over, and then they start taking from each other or something like that. We might have to watch that Meat Canyon video again. Oh, damn. Motherfucker done swipe it up before that other guy tried to get it.
Why everyone's so Mr. Krabs, and not more whimsy like SpongeBob. Resellers have always existed in every genre of hobby.
Right.
Sure, but now,
There's always a third market.
it's a
Bulk, different sizes.
every
Pokemon drop gone wrong.
trading card game has the reputation of unruly fans and scams around every corner.
Sadly, these were all fake.
To the point where people will set up knockoff Pokemon vending machines with resealed booster packs. Damn, can't be trusting anybody these days. Show of hands, when you bump yourself on the head, would you go see a doctor who got his medical degree online? With a home office located in a sketchy back alley with bathtubs full of ice?
And the doctor's name, Nick.
Exactly. When it
Oh, is this the...
comes to anything important, like your health, legal matters,
Okay, yeah, this is the Morgan & Morgan. Here.
for their clients, they know a thing or two about getting you what you're owed. Cause you'd think it'd be simple, right? You get hurt because of some without some help. How does 1,000 lawyers check out Morgan & Morgan? And not to worry about fees. It's free, unless they... Shopping etiquette has become a... Sponsoring this video.
Okay,
So,
here.
manners, where do they go? Shopping etiquette has become a dying art form. Whenever there's an...
This is something that's something that my mom has noticed. My mom doesn't like to go shopping anymore because she doesn't like seeing all the people mope around as if everything is doom and gloom, among other things. So she'd rather just order them on like Instacart, among other things. Either that or she has one of us do it instead. Even when yeah, the workers in it, yeah, that too. You have to deal with that. Yeah, my mom doesn't like these types of people.
Item in limited quantities. Civilized behavior goes out the window as a stampede.
Okay, now that just reminded me of like the 12-year-old girls at Sephora trying to buy makeup. Apparently that was a controversial thing because it's 12-year-olds doing it.
Of wild horses.
You once had a dream where a bee was at the side of the garage.
Start mowing down everything in their path as they make their way to the new.
So basically Black Friday, except it's not Black Friday. This is the Black Friday trilogy on South Park that was meant to advertise the Stick of Truth.
Dubai Chocolate Nido Mystery Labubu Dumpling Nintendo Switch 2 store.
It wouldn't surprise me if something like that existed, at least at this day and age.
What in the hell?
I'm running.
Running to get in line for a Swatch X AP collab? I don't even know what that is.
I'm running to get in line.
What is Swatch and what's app and why are they collabing? People are just doing it all year long. Yeah, nowadays it's just a marketing gimmick to get you to buy stuff. Now, granted, I do see the malls super packed on Black Friday. I try to go to the mall just so I can get some food, and it takes me 30 minutes to get out of the parking lot.
I'm recording it on the mouse.
Imagine being a regular person at the mall, watching this entire thing happen. You'd think someone yelled, "This entire floor is made of lava! Run!" At that
I'd imagine that too.
point, I'm just gonna let my feet get burned. Way too
Didn't like people die because they got trampled to death. Well, yeah, that's something that can happen.
early for all this cardio.
Well, actually, that kind of happened in the South Park trilogy, didn't it? I think they were like, no, that also happened in the frickin' the not suitable for children special with Cred, where all of the kids were trying to get the rare flavors of Cred, and they were all killing each other for them. Yeah, I don't know what Swatch and app are, so...
Let's say you have a couple days off and you have a bunch of free time. Lining up the day before the store even opens to get first dibs isn't unheard of.
Yeah, my dad did this for the Xbox 360.
Living on unemployed hours from time to time is kind of fun, but there comes a point when you have to ask yourself, is camping out on the hard concrete and not showering for 5 days even worth it?
My dad only did it like a one night. I don't even know if he's ever done that again. People camping inside Kmart for new Pokemon drop. There's no way that this is all for fucking Pokemon.
How do you people go to the bathroom? Oh, you know what?
That's the thing about the line etiquette. As soon as you leave the line, you have to go to the back of the line.
Olivia Rodrigo said
Well, maybe some of them have bottles.
she was traumatized by her fans wearing diapers.
Or that. Forget bottles. Why bottle it up? I mean, obviously that would be seen as indecent for some, but having a diaper on...
Uh-oh, stinky. Even after braving the elements of heat, cold, and nerd BO, you
You have came.
still need to prep yourself for the all-out war once you get inside. This ain't no, sorry, excuse me, just gonna sneak right past ya situation. You just run at full speed, blindly following the crowd. And then you just start grabbing and
Pokey reels.
hope you come out with a prismatic evolution set and not a fistful of someone's hair.
All hell is breaking loose.
Oh my god. I'm so glad that I've never seen this in real life, at least not yet. Side note, all non-US stores are a different company. I'm sure they are.
All hell is breaking loose. All hell.
And here you are partaking in the fair.
This looks like a mixture of scalpers and people who just want to get Pokemon cards for their kids. Sorry to this
I'm
woman.
sure.
She had 3 boxes snatched right out of her hands and then got posted online for everyone to see. Talk about
Oh man.
embarrassing for little Kevin when he sees this video. Mommy, Brian said you lost a bunch of aura in Target.
There's no way.
What does that mean? Look, kid, I ain't buying anything for you ever again unless it's online. Pick a different hobby. Panic buying is a mindset that spreads fast. Companies are smart now. They're investing so much money into marketing strategies that tap into our FOMO. I don't want to be left out
Yeah, I've fallen victim to that a few times.
from newest trendy thing everyone else is doing. The fans interested in dipping their toes in trading card games get super discouraged because they can barely find any stock. And the employees watch in stunned silence as people fight over pieces of cardboard.
Yeah, and this has been expanding to other card games as well. I think he did this with the one. I think Logan Paul did this with the One Piece card game, and now he's doing it with Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, I just noticed. My avatar's in the way, but we have two dumb fucks fighting. And here's more. Actual grown men for real.
Working in the customer service industry isn't just cooked, it's been burnt to a crisp and thrown in the deep fryer again. Minimum wage workers already don't get paid enough. Now they're expected to have 10 years experience when applying for a high school job and
You'd be better off working at Waffle House if you're going to see this on a regular basis.
to be able to referee when a fight breaks out in a toy section. It's not like beating someone up will do anything for you either, other than your future employer pulling a video out during your interview and asking, "This you?"
Yeah, getting your people hurt. You're more likely to be stealing from kids, yeah.
Your Crocs off,
Pokey Streets.
pants down to your ankles,
Oh, Lord
walk
of
up to the
mercy.
cash register, super out of breath like you ran a marathon, holding a mangled Pokemon set. What do you think the proper response from the cashier?
If the set is already mangled, then it's probably lost a lot of its value. Some of the cards probably got bent in the process, and then you would have wasted all that time and effort.
Will be, "Sir, you are banned from this Target. Pick up your Crocs and get the hell out." Okay, what if
Yeah.
you ask someone with more than enough sets in their shopping cart super nicely? Never underestimate the power of being polite. Excuse
A limit of 10, and then they're going to take the whole stock
me,
with them.
can you spare one tiny misery box for widow old me? A woo?
Oh, Lord.
Asked you so politely.
And he's already opening it in the store without having to pay for it yet.
He just wants the pouch.
Oh. Oh, I thought he was trying to open it. No, he's he purposefully ruined it for this other guy. Oh my god. There's a bill introduced to increase minimum wage to 25 an hour. Really? They haven't increased it since 2007.
Okay, maybe deserved, because I said ooh, but man, these scalpers, you can't reason with them. The ones paying for and buying a bulk
I don't even... Into...
stock are mostly adults, but a huge demographic of Pokemon fans are kids, who are prime targets for intimidation tactics by loser grown-ups. I don't care if you're 5 years old.
Young collector who was second in line is forced to watch as scalper takes all 10 destined rivals ETBs.
No one's stopping this sick
Aw.
mindset. I live my life.
Oh, look at him. He looks so dejected.
Woke up at 3 a.m. Gym for 2 hours. I'm making bank, reselling Pokemon cards. Hey,
No, to quote that one character in that Meat Canyon animation, I wasn't loved. I wasn't loved as a kid. That's why I do this.
is that a gun?
Oh, hell no. There ain't no way. I'm pretty sure that's against store policy. I'm pretty sure a lot of stores have a no gun policy unless you're specifically required.
That was the lamest anime villain scare tactic I've ever seen. Not only was the kid not scared at all, he even roasted him before he left.
Wait. Just points the thumb at him. That's brilliant. Look at a load of this motherfucker. It depends on the state. I see. Fucking crazy, bro, base kid.
Is this perhaps chop chud behavior? The mental gymnastics someone has to do to think that bringing a gun to a Pokemon card fight is a good idea.
Oh my god.
There's not even a fight here, it's just a lineup. Anytime there's fresh new stock about to drop, all these scalpers can
Is it a concealed kit? Oh, that's what you were talking about. Yeah, it definitely does depend.
see his dog.
Yeah, but I do know that I think it was Washington. That's a standard. Well, I'm sure it's independent from the concept of the stand your ground castle doctrine thing.
Color signs, and they're not wrong. The profits for flipping a prismatic evolution set, which sells for around 50 USD, can reach up to 130 to 150, sometimes even more. Guess what happened when Pokemon released new merch at Target to celebrate their 30th anniversary?
Oh, let me guess. All of these clothing items were taken. Like, do you not know how pissed a parent would be that knowing something their kid wants to buy gets scalped like that? You're an awful human being for that. Let's go, Harley. Call them out on all the bullshit.
I'll give you a hint. Pikachu over here had to take an extra long smoke break after
Oh, Lord.
what he witnessed. Scalpers
Yeah, even the clothes are not safe.
taking home entire displays and hiding stock under shelves.
POV, you show up to Target at 12:17 p.m. for the release of the 30th anniversary Pokemon Target collab. Scalpers cleared out the cool apparel and items by 8:03 a.m.
So they can come back and buy it later.
All that's left are some headphones. Leave some for the rest of us. There's no way that they actually had the secret compartment. You should just make more cards to lower the price. I mean, you could do that, but the reason why that these cards are being scalped is because there's some extremely rare versions of certain cards that have very, very limited prints, and then those extremely rare versions go for a lot of money, and that's why the scalping exists.
Well, it's like what that really brave kid said. Is 5 hours of your life worth a handful of Pokemon Pop-Tarts? You
So unless they want to print more of that high rarity, then that's the only solution. But I highly doubt that they'd want to do that, considering how much money that it clearly makes them.
might be able to sell for double the amount at a respectable $20.
Scalpers grabbing all 9 jackets. Lame. We got the bag, though. We take those.
At that point, just work for a company. You probably wouldn't even have to wake up so early, and you get health benefits. People will do anything other than fill
You despise it and it drives you insane. Well, that's why we're calling it out.
out a job application. Target did eventually implement new policies to prevent scalping.
Yeah, they say that you're only limited to a certain amount.
I mean, about time. Only took some fistfights and someone waving a Glock around for them to finally do something. Due
Lord.
to high demand, all trading card products will be limited to 3 per item per person per day. Target reserves the right to limit quantities of items to be for resale. Or
Yeah, it got the situation got so bad that there were some card shops that decided not to stock certain sets because of all of the shit that was going on.
beyond a reasonable level a guest would use. When approached by a reseller, explain that Target no longer sells to resellers in order to allow all the ability to purchase product and to remain competitive.
Yeah. Crazy though. You've been debating on whether or not to buy 5 pounds of postage stamps. Oh lord.
Okay, kind of cook something here, except how are you going to prove someone's a reseller? I don't think
Yeah, that's the thing. It's hard to prove intent.
people are walking around
At least in
like,
that context.
Hi, I'm reseller. Hi, reseller.
You can't have this because you're gonna resell it.
I'm Dad. Target's got a lot of stuff going on. Their
Yeah.
main focus isn't going to be triple checking that each customer is a true Pokemon fan. The most they're doing is limiting the amount per transaction. So
Yeah.
someone can buy their limit of 3 a day, go outside, put on a Scooby-Doo disguise,
Yeah, they could easily do that. No freaking cartoon tactics.
come back, buy more, rinse and repeat. One thing store start
Well, they could, but I was going to say, I'm pretty sure Target keeps track of like credit cards and stuff. They probably use different cards every time.
to do is take the plastic wrap off product before selling it. Much to the chagrin of resellers, not being able to resell their wares at the highest price point possible, and then crashing out in front of the employees.
Corporate tells you that it's by store basis, and so that is what we're doing.
And the shit that you see on the internet, that shit real, bro. They really cutting these ETBs up.
If you're buying cards for yourself or as a gift, they're doing you a free plastic wrap disposal service. Pokemon
Really?
stores in Japan will cut the tops off of booster packs for you. They'll even have
Oh yeah, I think I heard about this happening recently. A Japanese store has come up with a fun way to combat Pokemon card scalpers, forcing customers to pass a quiz before they buy. Oh lord, they can also just wait for the staff to change. That too.
questions at the till that you have to answer correctly to prove to them you're not a reseller. Hey,
Oh lord have mercy. I'd probably be, I don't know how that would even work logistically.
no one likes the guy who says, oh yeah, if you're such a big fan, name 10 songs. B-sides only. That's kind of insufferable, but in this case, I approve. You ask those resellers, what do Pokemons eat? What's Pikachu's middle name? Do you know why Ash still looks 10 when he's 30 years old?
This is why, because we need to be able to do all these face swaps.
These Pokemon card vending machines were created to limit how much people can buy at a time, and to lessen unemployed behavior, like loitering around stores all day
Yeah, people still go to those machines anyway.
instead of showering. Even then, people are still finding a way to cause glitches on the machines
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. They still keep messing with the machines.
to make it seem like they're not working, when in reality,
Sorry, we can't process transactions at this time.
they just stuffed a piece of a Dave & Buster's card in the card reader.
Oh, Lord have mercy. That's diabolical, but it's also kind of creative. You have to give them that.
So now, no
But then again, you would think they'd be specifically designed to reach certain types of cards, but I guess not.
one can buy anything, and then they'll just come back later to pick up what's left. Or they'll do some caveman shenanigans, like tape up an out-of-order sign on a machine that's working just fine.
Oh, that's okay. No, that's some old bullshit.
Something just fell out. So that might be it. Yeah.
Oh, that's what they meant. I thought they said that they would use the Dave & Buster's cards to pay for it, but okay. All right, I understand now.
It definitely looks caught.
For some reason, these people think it's a good idea to post physical evidence of
I mean, that could damage the machinery.
themselves tampering with these Pokemon machines, who are like this with Nintendo, the company known to sue
Yeah, the Nintendo doesn't seem to want to address it, at least not to my knowledge.
Everyone-
I mean, they have in some regards, but not to the extent that people would like to see.
and their dog for playing a fan-made Super Mario game once. Good luck.
Oh yeah, they're very, very protective of their copyrights to the point to where they shut down that one Nintendo Switch emulator. But when it comes to something like this, they tend to not even bat an eye.
To your digital footprint, I guess. Getting into the scalping business isn't all rise, grind, and profit with low effort money scheme, as reselling content likes to make it seem. When companies overload stores with mountains of stock, new sets replace old ones,
Yeah, and they make it obvious.
or the hype just dies down in general, well,
Dude brought his lunch to the Pokemon vending
oh,
machine.
now you're stuck with $1,000 worth of trading cards, microplastics, and Pikachu onesies. Scalpers are finding out there are actually consequences to your actions when they open their fridge and it's filled with booster packs
Yep.
instead of groceries. And it's not just stores fighting back against cringe resellers. Regular civilians are turning
Stealing a scalper's cart own.
the Pokemon vigilantes roaming around
I mean, it's not technically paid for, so it's technically fair game. I mean, it's not nice, especially if it's an actual person's shopping stuff. I know the Amazing World of Gumball made a joke about it, but it didn't have to deal with scalping.
targets, stealing from the rich
Bro pulling all the prismatic off the shelves. Rolls eyes.
to give to the poor.
Lo. Dusted. Now we looking. The walk of shame.
Maybe not give to the poor, but
At least teach him a
at least
lesson.
someone's doing something against people hoarding Pokemon cards. Well, I hate to say it, but the state of Pokemon cards is sadder than that Bye Bye Butterfree episode. The
Aw.
internet can be a pretty negative place. If your algorithm is only showing you scalpers, scamming kids, and adults brawling over pieces of cardboard, your outlook on picking up a new hobby is gonna be pretty grim.
Yeah, that's why I don't look at that kind of stuff.
Based on my personal experience, though, I'd say there's still a sense of community in the trading card space where it's more positive.
Yeah, we all. Yeah, as someone who plays trading cards, we all kind of have this solidarity to understand that we don't want anything to do with that stuff. Because, yeah, I mean, like, Pokemon does have, like, the competitive card game scene, and the same thing applies to other card games, but the scalpers, obviously, they don't care about the game as much as they care about the hustle game.
Than anything. Ever since I started playing TCGs this year, I've been able to meet so many cool people, which led to all our other interests crossing over. It's kinda nice, having an excuse to go outside and actually have to hang in person instead of having
No
plans,
shit.
never making it out of the group chat. One negative thing I have to say about going to a trading card convention, hey guys, how about we all take a shower and we're
Oh yeah, the stereotype something.
deodorant for fun. Have a good day, try not to be dumb, and see you in the next one.
All right, thank you for that video. I mean, it's been I mean, we did take a look at that one Logan Paul video a while ago about his Pokemon scams and whatever. But it's nice to see another, I guess, like follow up to that. So yeah, I'm gonna be right back. Alright, I'm back. You would like to recommend the Thomas Jefferson Miku binder? Oh, I've seen that video pop up in my recommendations a while ago, and I thought about wanting to look at that on stream, but I was kind of like, eh. But if you're recommending it, then I may as well take a look at it. Because I know what you're talking about, but I haven't actually seen it. Okay. Yes, it's been a while since we looked at the Frankie Faye. The last time we looked at the Frankie Faye was in the context of that April Fool's stream that I did, in the context of Tony the Tiger. But this is the Thomas Jefferson Miku binder, which I don't know anything about this, or why it's linked, or what Thomas Jefferson has to do with Miku. But this is a recommendation by Simply Lego. So we're going to take a look at it because apparently this Miku binder needs explained. I have no idea who this person is or why they have this binder. Cutie alert, there ain't no way that you know who this is. But welcome to the stream. This is a request by Simply Lego. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into it.
In 2017, one artist asked, "What's the second worst thing I could do on 9/11?" and
Oh, hell no.
uploaded a fan art so utterly tone-deaf, it briefly caused Americans to put their politics aside and unite against the one true enemy, Tumblr. You may have heard of Sonichu. You may have even heard of Lashana Ball, but
Why do I recognize this? I've never seen this before, but for some reason I recognize it. I mean, I like the Total Drama series as much as the next guy, but no, this is there's something. Because no, Lashana ain't losing this challenge just because Heather got her hair done because she's a spoiled little daddy's girl.
Have you heard of black trans furry weeaboo drug dealer Thomas Jefferson?
No, I've never heard of him, and quite frankly, I don't know if I want to.
So why does this exist? Why do people make
I can't keep calm. This guy's gonna be a wait, is that Joe Biden and Ronald Thump?
fan art of pregnant Joe Biden? And is there truly such a thing as a kawaii war crime?
You know what? I'm not even going to entertain any of these ideas. I'm just gonna deal with it.
This is a story of darkness, dank memes, and Obama with pronouns.
Oh, hell no.
This is the story of the Thomas Jefferson Miku binder.
Now, what is it? I need to know what this has to do with Miku specifically. Meat? I'm not gonna finish reading that shirt.
Today's bad art history, politics, pronouns, and
I am Pemert Donalad, America's president of this and the sinker of the tugboat.
presidential Yowie. It all went
Is that what's I guess that explains why he's Thomas Jefferson. He must have a thing for that.
down on September 11th of 2017. Deep from the bowels of Tumblr erupted a magnificently stinky work of art. A digital illustration of an alternate universe Thomas Jefferson as a bisexual, recovering cocaine addict, furry, weeaboo college student. The artist took
I don't understand.
care to highlight the founding fathers'
He doesn't even have animal features. This is false advertising.
inability to get it up and his love of K-pop. He's depicted with a vibrant head of purple hair and one deeply controversial article of clothing. A chest binder with Miku on it.
Oh, that's what it is? I thought when it said binder, I was thinking of like a binder that you put like papers in. I wasn't thinking of an article of clothing. This is my first time hearing about the article of clothing called a binder. I thought it was like a binder that was full of Miku art. That's what I was thinking that it was going to be called. Or that's what I was thinking it was going to be about. I wasn't expecting what's essentially a collar.
Now, if you don't know what a chest binder or a Miku is, or if anything I said in the last 30 seconds,
well, I understood most of what you said in the last 5 seconds.
if you stroke-like symptoms, you are not alone. Because the very day this image dropped, hundreds of bewildered onlookers were forced to ask, this was some kind of 600 IQ satire, right? Surely no one would draw a
Oh no, oh my god. So he does this with all sorts of political figures.
picture of Benjamin Netanyahu in a binder and tennis skirt and mean it. Was this intended?
Oh my god. It's very hard to tell something is... It's hard to tell the difference between something that's cursed and something that's blursed, and this is cursed. I can say that with absolute certainty.
To be mildly racist at best and weirdly sexual at worst?
Who the hell is this supposed to be? I don't understand.
And why Thomas Jefferson? The answer
This is...
is long,
Apparently Rhodey knows what she's talking about.
hard, and really fucking weird. But to get to the actual sticky truth, we gotta go way back to the dank meme era.
Let's go. We got dank memes. Oh, baby, a triple! And Doritos. And then la da 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 da. It's the motherfucking D-O-double-G.
2015, Lin
No, this was peak. No, dank memes were peak memes for me.
Manuel Miranda. Early that year, Hamilton, an American musical, premiered off-Broadway to near instant success. This rap-infused modern retelling of the founding of America received massive praise from critics and viewers alike. And notably, it cast non-white actors to play white historical figures, which
These days, people have a problem with that.
Tumblr users categorically approved. And in no
Well, of course, it's Tumblr.
time at all, a dedicated fandom emerged on
Oh yeah, Rhodey, are you aware of the furry Judas Iscariot? Because I have no idea what Jackal's talking about with that, and quite frankly, I don't want to know.
The website with artists, writers, and
Hello, Glock.
fans alike throwing their creations into the ring.
Okay, I get it. So people were animeizing all of this.
So far, so normal. Until it wasn't. September 9th, 2017.
Uh-oh.
Tumblr artist Umbroni Draws posts the first of 4
Alexander Hamilton, Philip. No, this is. You can tell by this artwork that this person's a fan of Steven Universe. And this is no shade to Steven Universe enjoys, because I also enjoy Steven Universe. But I can tell that this is a Steven Universe adjacent art style.
illustrations based on the Hamilton cast. Some Tumblr users voiced their discomfort with Umbroni's excruciatingly detailed accounts of the characters based on the actual founding fathers, gay situationships, and drug use. But life went on. 2 days later, on September 11th, a second fan art hits the blog.
Yeah, this one.
Though his first piece mostly flew under the radar, something about this one
Yeah, I don't even want to read any of this because I just don't want to. I just don't feel like it.
radicalized the Tumblr flesh wall, and within hours it had closed it around him, hurling accusations of homophobia, anti-blackness, transphobia, woobification, and most concerningly
What the hell is woobification?
of all, romanticizing slavery. More on all of that in
The art style is very Tumblr. All that's missing are bean smiles. Please, I don't want to see it. Please don't tell me that. Please.
Meanwhile, Tumblr users were on
I mean, I know that there's a furry Noah's Ark that exists, but I don't want to watch that either.
the attack. As one of them wrote, "This picture deadass made me want to die. It made me feel sick. I'm not joking. I hate Thomas Jefferson. But not even he deserves this." What the fuck was going through your head when you thought it would be a good idea to make a historical figure gender fluid? Alexander Hamilton was cis. And keep the cis thing in mind
Okay, alert, another picture has hit the second tower.
because this was about to become a life-ruining issue for our protagonist.
Okay, so it's just woke people, what this sounds to me is radical woke people woke scolding each other. But then again, the term woke didn't really become in vogue until like the past half a decade, so that's probably an anachronism.
September 12th, the molding had gotten so intense that Umbroni was forced to post an official response to the backlash, explaining, "As many of you know, my recent character sheet got a bunch of hate on Tumblr. I got accused of homosexual erasure. It's my blood, sweat, tears, and hard work. I will continue to post."
Well, at least you're not giving into the pressure, or at least I think.
Heart emoji. And they didn't like that
Of course they didn't, it's Tumblr.
at all. But unbeknownst to Umbroni, it was far too late for apologies. It was Reddit time. Over the next 2 weeks, the Miku Binder image was reposted ad nauseum on dozens of subreddits, Twitter, Instagram, and anywhere people went to get their fix of cringe. And the longer people went without an
Being too woke doesn't exist. It was just some fishing troll. I
explanation,
don't
the
know
more
anything.
contagiously this drawing spread, ultimately attaining meme status as the prime example of
What is this Miku Binder? Even Shu didn't even know. It's okay, I still don't know.
Tumblr art gone wrong. And even though the artist mostly went uncredited, between the boiling hate on Tumblr and relentless mockery on every other platform, Umbroni was beginning to crack. And on September 24th, he quietly abandoned his blog for good. So let's breathe for a second. What was the big deal? How was this so much more offensive than, say, this? As with
I
many
don't
things
know.
of this nature, it all started in the current year.
Wow.
2017 was truly a time to be alive. We were 1 year out from a hugely divisive election. I'm gonna come. And online slapfight politics were reaching epidemic proportions.
Yeah, and it still hasn't changed at all to this day.
One corner you had OGI dubs and the Reddit of old, and in the other you had the terrifying enigma of Tumblr.com. And we'll come back to Tumblr in detail, but all you need to know right now is that by the mid-2010s, Tumblr was best known for two things: Jorkinit and identity politics.
Yeah, it's two things that I don't need. I don't know.
And that brings us to the Miku Binder.
I still.
If you don't know, Hatsune Miku is a mascot character for the Vocaloid singing synthesizer software. Basically, a digital musical artist that you can make
I know more than enough about Miku at this point.
sing whatever you want. Since 2007, she's maintained a massive cult of popularity and inspired thousands of fan art creations. 2. The binder. A chest binder is a garment designed to flatten the chest and give a more masculine appearance.
Is that really what it is? It's just a fancy.
And the whole point, typically, is to look as though you're not wearing one. So
So it's like a girdle before your chest. Is that what that is?
by putting a design on it and making
Oh,
it
was that what that ball pit
a
was?
fashion statement, Umbro
What was it called? Something con. I forgot what it was called. At first I thought it was a brony convention based on its name, but apparently it was something else.
Brony incurred the offense of the one demographic you did not want to fuck with during the dank meme era, the dreaded SJW.
Yep, and the SJW still exists.
Though we as a culture have moved on from calling people social justice warriors, the term
Nowadays we just call them woke.
generally meant that you were given to political hysteria, usually of the left-leaning variety.
Yeah, this woman. Yeah.
Or as Urban Dictionary so bluntly puts it, a white girl who complains on Twitter. But
Oh lord.
name calling aside, this was a label you did not want. And no place online had a stronger social justice tendency, for better or for worse, than Tumblr, where the excesses of the online right were best shown by the use of one very bad word on 4chan, like constantly. The excesses of the online left thrived on Tumblr, where users would regularly engage in blood sports over who was more Christ-like in their politics. And in
And a lot of those people don't even believe in Christ.
2017, being mad at the internet was social currency. And there's a third thing you absolutely have to remember. This was fan art of a Broadway actor playing a fictional version of a dude who's been dead
Or Karens, yeah, those two. A Karen is a pejorative term for a white person who acts overly entitled and demanding. Oh, so people just get called a Karen when they want to be treated with respect? I forgot where this even started. This started out with a Broadway play.
for 198 years. This is roughly
You saw someone necro that pick with some level of accuracy. In 2026, we are watching a video about this mystery now.
50 billion degrees of separation. And amazingly, this wasn't even the tip of the uwu iceberg, because it would turn
Oh
out
lord. すごい.
that people have been making cutesy fan art of US presidents
Duh.
for a while now. And you may be thinking, well, yeah, it's Tumblr. And on
People are still doing it, I'm pretty sure. No, freaking AI generated presidents videos and all that shit.
this one, dear viewer, you are dead wrong.
Obama Yaoi. My fellow Americans, it has been brought to my attention that a lot of artists on Tumblr have been making yaoi of me. I just want to be clear that I am not involved with any of this stuff. I do not endorse it, but I also don't condemn it. In this country, freedom of speech is very important. And if people want to draw me in positions of yaoi with other presidents, then that's their prerogative.
So on the list of deadly infractions committed by Umbroni, racism, unflattering trans representation, etc., is a crime known as whoopification. Whoop
Yeah. Oh, that's what it is. I don't know, Bamako. All I care about is you.
Whoopification in itself isn't necessarily a bad thing, as all it means is taking a morally gray character and giving them some endearing traits.
Oh, yeah. No, I've seen this with a lot of other dictators, let's call them.
The baby girl
And of course, this one has a dancing pink Miku and a dancing Hamtaro.
treatment, if you will. But by no means did Tumblr invent this. In fact, back in the
The one South Park yes, that one with Craig and Tweak and Craig.
70s,
Creek, as they call it.
Star Trek famously had one of the earliest prototypes of a modern uwu fandom, with women falling over themselves to cutesify Spock and write their own characters into the plot. The
I see. My mom thinks of me as a member of Spock's people.
concept of a Mary Sue, a flawless self-insert character that everyone in the story wants to boink, actually came from satirical Star Trek fanfic created in 1973.
Is that really where it comes from? Like, I know what a Mary Sue is, but I didn't realize that it came from Star Trek fan fiction. You're amazed that Tumblr survived to this day, despite that ruinous day where the parent company decided to ban corn doodles? Oh.
By a fan who is fed up with the epidemic of
Don't you know your actions have consequences? I mean, I could do it that high pitch, but I don't want to.
poorly written Trekkie stories. And on a more relevant note, from sleepovers to anime George Washington to
Oh god, what is
the
this?
legendary Sonic Obama.
Oh my god, why are his ears so big? No, that backpack that had a multicolored Sonic with the words Harry Potter and Obama on it.
Crossover. We've been woobifying and making US presidents kawaii since the dawn of time.
She just accurately described she just accurately described the anime Hetalia pasta.
There's something about turning a political figure into a mascot that hits the sweet spot between shitpost and fanfiction.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love a good anime
Now this looks like something straight out of the Boondocks. Don't even try to deny it.
Obama or 3-part reptilian Trump X-Raider fanfic? Or how
Featuring Mark Zuckerberg, no doubt.
about this very normal picture of Dwight D. Eisenhower sitting on a bench?
Oh, Lord of mercy. You think he'll stick to the gay fruit? No, all of this. I mean, there's something low-key kind of endearing about yassifying presidents and shit. It's more hilarious to me than it is anything else, because I have a very absurdist sense of humor.
Now, with all that said, let's address the slavery-shaped elephant in the room. Thomas Jefferson, the actual guy, was a slave owner. Shocking behavior
I'm pretty sure a lot of people back in those days were.
for a land-owning man in the 1700s. I know. But Tumblr does not forgive nor forget. And even though Hamilton, a work of fiction, was
We need. No thanks, Jack. I'm good.
massively popular
Arrives on late with a bowl of macaroni and cheese. So what did I miss?
and fan interpretations often avoided touching on such historical atrocities, it did kind of come up. And to put it bluntly, taking a white guy who owned
Mary Sue was a worse character than Wellesley Crusher. Or Weasley? Is that how you say that?
slaves and turning him into a cutesy black guy wearing a God is a black
Yeah, that's better than this stuff.
woman
At least for me, it's more. But then again, I don't really. Oh Lord, I say that when you. You know what? I'm owning up to my mistakes. I'm going to say it. I already said it.
T-shirt would strike a raw nerve on any side of the political aisle. For Tumblr users, this was simply one infraction too many, and only added to the massive list of reputational.
Oh my god. Oh my lord. I don't know. I will be the one to single-handedly save this goddamn country. No, forget. What's that? What was that one Carolina politician who was Israel first instead of America first? Yeah, forget that guy. Forget him. Forget Netanyahu. No, I am the one that'll fix him. I can fix him.
Blows, the website had been suffering since 2013. Though Tumblr was launched back in 2007, it didn't see widespread use till around 2012. And shortly thereafter, it exploded in popularity among the art, fandom, and social justice space. Yet to outsiders, it developed a reputation for political hysteria and one very recognizable.
Oh yes, and here's the bean style. Falls under the wider category of Cal Arts. It's not actually Cal Arts. Cal Arts was a term coined by the creator of Ren and Stimpy to refer to the Disney style that was taught at Cal Arts. This we just refer to as the Bean Styles. Also, Gumball is misleading because have you seen The Amazing World of Gumball? It doesn't all look like this.
Divisive art style whose echoes can still be felt.
It's even. This type of art style is being used in modern Pixar films, and even some the Bad Guys movies also use this for their human characters And even that shark character has Bean smile as well.
in modern animation. But 2013 signaled the beginning of the end. Tumblr had finally hit peak popularity and controversy, only to be acquired by Verizon for $1 billion and eventually lose over half its user base due to sweeping changes on the site. And by 2017,
Okay, I think that was mentioned before. Okay, so Rhodey wants me to marry him. You guys want me to marry? Okay, well, if we're all so obsessed with marriage, why don't we all just marry each other? So, because I'm sorry for your marriage.
it became a bit of an echo chamber, used primarily for fandom discussion and porn. Lots
Yeah, Gumball is an amazing changing wild style. There's the anime. Oh yeah, that one with Nicole and god dang it, I already forgot Masami's Yoko. Yoko was her name. Yes, that one was peak.
and a lot.
Yeah, you got carried away looking at art. I see. Once again, I say this all the time. Everyone keep your hands on your desks where I can see them. I'm just saying, we don't need to be doing that here right now.
Lots and lots of
Undying Void.
so much, in fact, that a 2016 study revealed that a fifth of its 23 million active users were being unintentionally exposed to porn
Raccoon and Kiwi. Like a kiwi bird?
every time they logged on. And as if this wasn't bad enough, in
Yeah, Nicole, you were you were going to clean everything in the house until it is better than when you arrived, or what? And then you see the demon inside of Nicole's eyes, and it ages you tenfold.
2018, a site-wide
Tumblr removed from Apple's App Store following child loving scandal.
porn ban enraged the Coomers so much that Tumblr as a website was effectively destroyed. And to be frank, the Miku binder does come off as a little bit porn-brained. But in Umbroni's
Kind of.
defense, is it weird, objectively, to take Thomas Jefferson and put him in a queer polycule and give him all of these seemingly random traits, as opposed to just making up your own character? Yeah, a little bit, but this completely fictional fan art truly didn't hurt anybody, other than being a mildly uncomfortable and tone-deaf viewing experience for some online. And the story could probably end right here,
But apparently it's not, because we still got 3 minutes left in the video.
were it not for one little-known cop-related protest in the summer of 2020.
Oh, let me guess. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. No.
So to go
Yeah, the ruinous day for Tumblr, the value chart.
all the way back to the beginning to our Miku binder, let's have a quick refresh. September 11th, the Miku binder is uploaded. September 12th, it explodes onto the internet. And September 24th, Umbroni quietly abandons the offending blog after endless harassment. But this didn't spell the end of his online experience. And after the initial controversy with the fan art blew over, in spite of its persistence as a meme to this day,
Oh, Lord have mercy. No, they do this with all... is there a... I want to see one with Gilgamesh. Can we see one with Gilgamesh at the very least?
Umbroni remained online with opinions at the ready. The true end to Umbroni's online career actually came in June of 2020, when he expressed a pro-police sentiment.
Do I think that BLM is a political statement? No. Do I think that ACAB is a gross generalizing statement against people who devote their lives to making the streets whatever the hell? How did it necro? I don't even know what that means.
On Twitter, leading to renewed
Oh, so now the Thomas Jefferson Miku binder is going to preach to us.
mockery of his original artwork and the cancellation ever. But between the fan art and the spicy opinions and the vandalism of
Hey, don't. Okay, don't.
Aaron Burr's Wikipedia page to suggest that he had given Thomas Jefferson his first Miku binder, Umbroni's reputation and mental health were utterly destroyed. And as one of his Tumblr
And these are the people that are supposed to care about mental health.
mutuals wrote on his behalf, "Congratulations, you harassed another queer artist of color to the point of considering suicide. Both people outside of the fandom and people within the fandom have been guilty of this.
I mean, this happens in a lot of fandoms. This happened in the Steven Universe fandom, with one artist making Rose a little skinnier than she should have been, to the point to where people were sending death threats to that artist.
How many more times is this going to keep happening? And if Umbroni is still out there on the internet under a new name, nobody has been able to find him.
Oh, I figured that would be, so like reposting. That's how I would refer to it, as just reposting or something like that. I'd imagine that it had something to do with something that's dead, but I don't know what else.
Arguably,
I don't know what else it would have meant.
for the better. But the legacy lives on. Umbroni left behind an extensive gallery of Hamilton fan art and was clearly a
Anyone want a news article from 1997?
true devotee to the fandom. And through his unintentional creation of this meme came tons and tons of fan art that still gets made every election cycle. From Bernie Sanders to Ben Shapiro to
Oh, Lord have mercy, please stop.
Ted Kaczynski, few could resist the
I don't even know who Ted Kaczynski is.
temptation to take their favorite politics guy and give him pronouns and a binder. And with any luck, in the coming election, we're about to see a ton more. And we're not
Oh my god, and we're not.
talking metric tons,
We're talking fuck tons, aren't we?
because this is America, baby.
Oh, that's right, we don't do metric tons. Are you kidding me? The fact that it has metric, which means it's not even a ton.
This is
Stay tuned for the 4th of July stream this weekend. I'm gonna create a whole thumbnail and everything.
been bad art history.
You've seen worse.
Thank you so much to the patrons for making this possible. My sincerest appreciation to the Scum Brotherhood, Green Goat, BLs,
Uh-oh. Gotta fix it again. Much better. You prefer Shakespeare as a book, so you want Shakespeare himself to just be a book. Why does that sound familiar to me? I don't know what it is. If everyone's gay, no one will be. I see. Well then, I have no idea how to feel about this after everything I just learned. I have no idea what conclusion to draw. Freaks will be freaks? Is that what I'm supposed to get from this? I really don't understand what I was supposed to take away from this. No, and honestly, apologies for that silence. I was trying to think of a way to continue what I had just said, but I'm not very good at that for some reason, so I have to force myself to say things. But now we know about the Thomas Jefferson Miku binder, which doesn't have anything to do with binders that you put files in. A DDR day would be fun. I don't know how that would work. I haven't had anyone to play with in... Oh, how long has it been? So at least a half a... I don't know how long it's been since I've actually played with someone. You like everything gay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember the last time that I've actually played with anyone. At least not since getting kicked out of that Discord server. Alright. Alright, we got through that, and we got through that other thing. There are some other vids that I wanted to take a look at. Oh god, excuse me. I will think about which one I want to look at next. There's this one video about James Charles finally getting what he deserves. And then I have this other, less serious video about Latin in the back rooms. And ancient Greek, too. But I guess I can let you guys decide which one's more suited for our disenfranchised modern audience. Wait, what was I... Give me one moment. Oh wait, no, I don't want to do that. I was trying to look for something on my computer, but I lost track. Yeah. Boob-like items. Oh lord. First time you visited your BF, you found his high school yearbook in the heater room. You loved Shakespeare back then. I see. I don't really know that much about Shakespeare. I mean, we read Romeo and Juliet in 9th grade, I think. Like, we were like reenacting some scenes from the play itself. And I remember I did a very dramatic reenactment of one of the characters being stabbed, and everyone was very impressed by my performance in it, to the point to where the teacher was all like, you gotta do it the way that I did it. Yeah, apparently I made a very good stab victim. At least when the when it necessitates. You like everything just to be free from the restraints of our humanity. Just saying in gay furry world, nothing's a sin, since they weren't even the ones who ate the fruit. I see. What happened? Did something happen, Harley? I'm not receiving any issues on my end. Or are you just having issues right now? Hopefully it's not my end. Because that happened the other week when we were playing Civilization. I got copy claimed, even though it's from a video game. But then again, apparently you can get copy claimed by playing City Escape. Although that didn't necessarily happen to me in my Sonic Adventure 2 games. Oh, that's right. I lost my train of thought a moment ago. I was reading Jack's most recent message. How do you know they didn't eat from the fruit? They probably ate from a completely different fruit that was full of sin. I'm just saying. All peachy here. We're all peaches and cream until Mr. Krabs and Plankton hit grade school. Oh, here. How hard is it to 100% The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess? I mean, it's not that hard. Now, in a speed run, you have to do a whole bunch of stuff. There's something about people... The point, if there's something people don't like, then don't interact with it. That's what I do. Whenever there's something that pops up in my YouTube recommendations that I try to give the benefit of the doubt, but then I watch it and I'm like, yeah, I don't vibe with this. Your battery's dying from all the gayness. You're gonna have to go to sleep and think about gay things and whether or not you should be more hateful. I don't know. Just be careful. You probably don't have to... You could probably think about... I'm trying to think of something that's not... I'm trying to think of something that has nothing to do with being... You could think about... Oh, I'm holding a screwdriver in my hand. You could think about screwdrivers. And you should be more and whether or not you should be screwdriver phobic. Wait a minute. This isn't a screwdriver. This is a screw. I mistook a screw for a screwdriver. How embarrassing is that? I had this screw in my hand because I was fidgeting with it. And I really don't want to get a fidget spinner. Those things have been out of vogue for years at this point. They're not exactly chic anymore. Nowadays, it's those squishy things that, Edvasion was talking about in that video that we took a look at earlier. But if you gotta head to bed, Jack, go on ahead. Oh, excuse me. We could probably just take a look at this just right away anyway. This is a Jamari video about James Charles finally getting what he deserved. The only thing I know about him is that he's some tom girl who likes guys that are younger than him and had a makeup line and constantly crashing out at people. He was also talking shit about some woman for not... I don't remember the context of it, but I do remember what happened in that case. It was some lady that... God dang it. Maybe Jamari will bring it up in this video. So let's go ahead and see the full timeline of him.
So back almost a decade ago, there was a kid who took the internet by storm, and his name was James Charles. This guy came around and exploded all over social
I know my mom had some of his makeup at one point.
media in only a couple of months, landing a spot on one of the most prestigious magazines in the world right after going viral for the very first time.
My name is James. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a 16-year-old makeup artist from New York.
Within years, he rapidly became the golden boy of his side of YouTube, and overall, he was one of the fastest growing influencers on planet Earth, generating some of the most money that anyone from the online space had ever seen. But when we fast forward to the present day, he has lost hundreds of millions of dollars in brand deals, his name and reputation are in the dirt, and he completely ruins any chance he had of being the next internet billionaire.
Yeah, I've noticed this like a while ago. I remember my friends in a group chat sharing some screenshots of him being not so nice to someone. I don't even remember what it was, but I do remember him using the term monkey to describe someone. I don't know who it was being described towards, but we could probably put two and two together. The new Star Fox removed the rainbow epilepsy laser from the Area 6 boss. Well, if it caused epilepsy, then that's probably cause for concern.
The real story of James Charles is plagued with lies, disgusting messages.
Oh yeah, as I said, lol, it was about a boy named Nick that I was speaking to for a few weeks from LA that was actually man enough to come to see me instead of blocking me after 2 days of talking. We never talked. Monkey. Yeah.
Mistreatment of employees and friends, and much, much more. And it really all...
Yeah, apparently he had drama with his boyfriend or something. Or am I thinking of Nikocado Avocado? Because I know that Nikocado had drama with his boyfriend more than once.
boils down to the fact that he is incredibly entitled in every aspect of his life.
Yeah, that's what he got called out for against that one lady.
This is the story of how the Golden Goose slowly morphed into one of the darkest chapters in internet history.
Hi, sisters!
Dr. Andros, yeah.
I will not be talking about this anymore. It is done with. For me, as a gay man, to DM the same person in private with a simple compliment is predatory. Engaged in a flirty conversation, and then later on found out that they were actually 16. I have never, ever paid anybody to speak or to not speak about me.
I distinctly remember him saying that he only likes guys that are younger than him.
And this will not be the first time that I do it. Because you're a lazy piece of shit, and you're entitled.
Says the entitled lazy piece of shit! Chapter 1. The Golden Boy.
Now, to truly understand this narrative, I have to take you all the way back to his hometown of Bethlehem, New York, where James...
Is that upstate New York?
James grew up as a wealthy kid.
Happy Halloween to all my fellow Americans, and happy Day of the Dead or whatever to all my Mexican homies out there.
By
The hell did he just say?
the time he went to high school, James would become a theater nerd, jumping out of the closet
Okay, that told me everything I need to know.
at only 12 years old.
Hey guys,
The hell was that?
it's James, and today is Friday, so you know what that means. New video! Woo! Here's a nice picture of me that my friend took before I was about to walk the runway.
And although he was accepted at home, at school he was often bullied for his sexuality. And
It's usually one or the other, or both.
because of this, he essentially turns to the internet to find acceptance. This is where his infatuation with Instagram
Before he cheats cover.
and YouTube really began. At first posting videos about Mario Kart Wii.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit that I have ever heard. Everyone's laughing, by the way, but it's true because everybody's heard it too. Everyone heard it.
Now, as the years passed,
I'm sure we've all started somewhere. No, not from Utica. No, it's an Albany expression. But we all had to start somewhere, posting video game footage, and then all of a sudden you pivot your content to something completely unrelated, or at least somewhat related.
James started vlogging and making other videos common for the time.
It's always humble beginnings that these types of people start from, and that's how many corporations start too.
Period, where people essentially stood in front of a camera to rant, make a skit, or simply talk about their life.
This might be really awkward. I'm not really sure how to vlog. I've only done this once before, so this is really uncomfortable for me to hold the camera in front of my face, but I'm gonna try it.
That's why I have no intention on doing it myself. Mostly because I don't think my VTuber model would be able to keep up with something like this.
Do my best to make it good for you guys. Look, it's a color for the gays. I started licking because that was my crush.
I've had my weird tendencies too, but why would you admit that out loud?
That night, I pooped about Beyonce.
Still,
never
he
mind.
had virtually no audience, and at this time YouTube was much more of a hobby than anything else. So
Yeah.
James was out here doing hair on the side for his classmates, and eventually his friend asked him to do her makeup on a whim before a school dance. And little did that friend know that she would be creating a monster who
Oh no, we have to find this girl
would show his true color.
and make her realize. Actually, that actually reminded me of something that someone that I used to know said about someone who inspired the best DDR player in the world, saying that that person created a monster.
In only a couple of years. Because after this, James would practice doing makeup on himself, and this would lead to the first viral moments of his life, where he did some very extra stuff to get the perfect yearbook photo.
Damn.
Photography studio.
First male cover girl
Being like,
meets Ellen. And this was before Ellen DeGeneres became a degenerate.
was there be any chance of me being able to retake that? And they actually said yes. So I drove there right away, and I redid my makeup, and I brought my ring light with me. So I posted them on Instagram, and they went viral literally overnight. So I guess CoverGirl then saw that, and here we are.
And after only a couple of weeks of going viral, James would be the first man to ever be featured on CoverGirl magazine.
Hi guys, my name is James Charles, and I am the newest CoverGirl. Celebrate lash equality with new So Lashy mascara.
And during this
Let's
time,
go,
he would
everybody.
hook up with the great white Diddy handler Ellen.
Yeah, there she is. She was involved with Diddy.
You're just gay.
There was this one AI slop channel that existed that tried to make videos about Ellen and Diddy trying to run for their private jets with these AI generated thumbnails of them running towards private jets trying to get out of the country. But because those are AI generated, there was a particular YouTuber that kind of exposed them for being an AI slop channel, and then they quickly deleted afterwards.
Like boys.
So suddenly James was on top of the world. He now had the money, the followers, the influence, and the opportunities falling out of his ass. But after only a few
and then it doesn't take that long for absolute power to corrupt absolutely.
short months, the general public would get a sense of his true colors. After he took a
Yep. I can't believe we're going to Africa today. Oh my god, what if we get Ebola? James, we're fine. We could have gotten it at Chipotle last year.
trip to Africa and made jokes about getting Ebola.
Then that's just a joke.
Obviously, with him trying to represent himself as a beacon of acceptance and equality, his newfound audience
Personally, I don't know. That's
called this casual racism and arrogance. And of course,
personally, that's just a joke. I mean, they'll get offended at the littlest of things, but that's not even though that is very, very tame compared to some of the other stuff that he got himself into.
instinct to the backlash was to try and ignore the situation that he created, blocking anyone who had anything negative to say about it. But only one day later, he would give a
Actual, genuine apology as soon as it's physically possible. You have a million things in your head right now. I'm so sorry that they want to fix it
PR
somehow.
response where he apologized for his white privilege.
Oh, shut
I will not
up.
be talking about this anymore. It is done with. I learned so much, and I'm looking forward to continuing to learn and to educate myself further.
And in comparison to the things that James would eventually get caught both saying and doing, this was actually very small potatoes. But it did plant the seeds that he was clearly not comfortable taking accountability. And this was also the first time that a company would choose to distance themselves from him, as only months after solidifying his career, CoverGirl silently ended their deal. And after this, James would graduate high school and immediately move to the
Oh, he was still in high school when all of this was going on?
ecosystem in Los Angeles, California. And by this time, he was deeply ingrained into the network of the most popular up-and-coming talents on YouTube. And through these collabs, he was funneling hundreds of thousands of subscribers and
Yeah,
dollars.
these I've thought about wanting to do collaborations for myself, but I know how murky the waters can get with regards to doing that, especially if you collab with someone who has a less than ideal track record, and then you have to deal with the guilt by association, but we'll see how things pan out within the next few years.
To his channel every single month. And suddenly, James was surrounded by mainstream celebrities like the Kardashians. And he had officially gone from niche influencer to household name, getting 5 million views per video on his main channel and 8 to 15 million views on his collaboration page.
You've worked with some real heavy hitters.
Yeah, my favorite person that I've gotten to work with would probably be Kim Kardashian.
I know people, even people in our circle.
Did it come Kardashian confuse something with a chicken?
I love their art, but as a person, they just suck.
Yeah,
They
there's
suck.
so many of them.
At this point, even people who didn't care at all about beauty and makeup knew who this guy was.
Mhm.
His audience had long forgotten the Ebola tweets, and he was right back to being the golden boy of YouTube, landing a deal with another makeup company called Morphe right around the time that he hit 10 million subscribers. And so for almost a year, he worked with them to devise their product's launch. He teased and teased and teased it to his audience, and eventually they would release a makeup palette, selling out completely in 5 minutes.
Birmingham certainly felt the full impact of the popularity of James Charles on Saturday as thousands crowded into the bullring for his appearance to open a shop there.
And eventually, when his product came out in stores, he had
I'm sure a lot of people, I know my mom bought some.
people rap.
Yeah, age groups start to stretch the older you get. To this effect, you present to you the formula, minimum acceptable partner age. For your age, +7. I think I've gone on record saying that I like guys that are much older than me.
Around the block to get his collection. He would sell millions of units, and it is estimated that this netted him tens of millions of dollars to stack on the massive amount of money that he was already making from YouTube and other social media. And so there James was, 20 years.
So there he was on top of the world, and without a care in the world. I can't wait to see how this doesn't fall flat on its face because of hubris.
Into the bank.
The ancient Greeks have lots of stories about hubris, and to this day, we still haven't learned the lesson.
And really feeling completely invincible. And it was almost like right when he reached up to those heights, his empire would crumble before his very eyes.
It's always right there. Sometimes, I mean, they always say, well, they always say to quit while you're ahead, but then some people, they just don't get ahead.
And the
the freaking that South Park episode where they lose all their money to that Indian casino, and then they tried to get the money back, and they got the money back by playing one game of roulette or whatever. But Randy Marsh said that that winning once was a win streak, and so they tried to go again, and then they lost all the money. No, not like that. God damn, there.
Catalyst for his destruction was actually when one of his best friends in the industry would go out of her way to commit a character assassination for millions to see. In the scathing 48-minute video, she would claim that James was a toxic, entitled, predatory monster of a human being.
It's always the behind-the-scenes stuff that they never tell you about.
How entitled do you have to be to think that you have it rough? You are a 19-year-old millionaire. Everything is over-sexualized. That's the huge underlayer to this all, that I finally have had enough. Oh my.
You could say that about the whole community in general. I mean, at least to a certain extent. Obviously, not everyone is going to be like that, but you know.
Oh my God, you tried to trick a straight man into thinking he's gay yet again.
Oh yeah, that's something that tends to happen sometimes.
And somehow.
Sometimes. It means sometimes.
You're the victim. You are using your fame, your power, your money to play with people's emotions. You're threatening to ruin them. You're threatening to embarrass them. And you're doing that to have them behave sexually in your favor, even if they're straight.
Basically, she claimed.
Oh yeah, so this is where it starts.
That James felt very entitled to other people, and that he did not care about their sexual.
So doing some algebra. Oldest acceptable partner age is your age minus 7 times 2. You know what? I'm not even going to worry about that right now. We can figure out the calculations later. Right now, we're trying to figure out what James Charles's number is.
And made straight men feel uncomfortable. She says that in his mind.
Yeah, I would never try to do that with a straight man.
Because he was rich and famous, he could have access to whomever he.
Also because I have no way of knowing whether or not they're straight or gay, which is definitely a struggle when it comes to dating. I don't want to have to ask someone, hey, you gay or straight? Because for me, that feels too personal to really ask.
He wanted, as if he viewed straight men as prizes to be collected. Which, let's be honest for a second, guys, if you were doing gay stuff for money, you're gay, big dog.
I thought around his parents that he would not behave this way, like it was just.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Now I remember. I only remember him saying that he liked younger guys, but now I completely forgot that he also liked straight guys specifically. No, I was like, they keep bringing it up, and then I remembered that I forgot.
It's like, no big deal. Like, sucking dick and cock. Like, I'm just like, oh my God.
Oh
You were
my
talking
God.
in detail about things you wanted to do to the waiter. And when I said,
Oh, Lord of mercy.
James, he's straight. Your response was, doesn't matter, I'm a celebrity.
And
Oh, okay.
this would kind of open the floodgates, and the internet began piecing together compilations that went viral.
Oh, that was Lamilton Tayshawn's excuse in the Boondocks for wanting to do bad things. Because he's a celebrity, they know that he knew that the cops couldn't do nothing.
James appeared to make straight men uncomfortable when they made content together.
Hold the tips and push them together. Push the tips together.
Don't say that.
Oh, Lord of mercy.
Stop.
Yeah, you should probably stop.
What are 3 qualities that you would look for in a long-term relationship?
That's a good question. You gotta have a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
That's the most important.
I honestly wouldn't know how to answer that question.
Tell me how funny every single DM I send you.
Yeah, okay, second one, you have to be a woman because...
Oh, no.
I am a woman! Thank you again to my incredible, beautiful future husband, Jeff. We love you, and we will see you in the next one.
Yeah, if you were younger than 21, you couldn't be, it would be against the law. There's no way that the age is, there's no way that 28 is the age of consent in Mexico.
We're actually going to mukbang IHOP right now. You want to come? Oh, can you just bang me and stuff?
Unless you're talking about your own personal standards.
And obviously, this expose led to massive backlash, and James would lose over 3 million subscribers in the matter of a couple of weeks.
And how many of those were straight?
At this point, both he and his ego had finally been exposed for the world to see.
And apparently it's still not done yet, considering that we're only 9 minutes in.
By his mentor in the industry, nonetheless.
And we have 27 left.
And this really all happened because she felt like he crossed her. But still, I will say, this was very light in comparison to the hell that would soon break out in his life.
Oh, okay, so this was just the first circle of hell.
Oh, damn. I didn't see you there. Well, hey.
Yes, you did.
While you're here, come on, lean in a little closer. I got a secret to tell you. You
No.
know all that time you spend on...
Is that an ad? Okay, if you guys want to check that out, you could probably find the video on your own. It's by Jamari.
$10 bonus.
I wouldn't want to support something like this, because I know how it feels to get scammed out of using something like that. It's your own standard. If it's by your own standards, let's be outlaws, oh Lord of mercy. Well, it also depends on your size. Which I think I haven't made that very clear, but I have hinted at it more than once. Chapter 2, the allegations. Allegedly, in my opinion.
On February 26, 2021, a 16-year-old boy named Isaiah would post evidence onto TikTok of James Charles.
Oh yes, I know about this.
Attempting to have an intimate relationship with him, including screen recording.
You guys are having your own little conversation in chat, and I'm over here trying to expose James Charles. Your Biff is only 5 years younger than you. Oh yeah.
Snapchat messages, as well as other evidence that James was the one pursuing him. Claiming that the conversation had escalated to the point where James was wanting to exchange inappropriate messages and photos.
I went into the bathroom.
We can't show the victim, but there's plenty of proof of all the
I guess he
allegations.
saw the bathroom light, so he started making the conversation very sexual and really uncomfortable. So after sending me that first picture of his body, explicitly he sent me multiple after that. And then he proceeds to say, oh, but I didn't get to see the, meaning my body. And after telling him, like, no, like, I'm not gonna send it to you, he kept on asking for pictures and videos of body hair and me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. You look younger than him, though. People say my mom looks young for her age.
Flexing and stuff.
Now, of course,
She's in her 50s now? I'm at that age where I lose track of everyone else's ages.
James would deny these allegations while simultaneously blaming the kid.
I've even lost track of my own age at times.
Claiming that he had an ulterior motive from the very start, and that he had lied to him about his age. Obviously, this defensive statement did not go over well with the general public, as he no longer had receipts like in his other clapback videos. They kind of saved him from the angry mentor. This was different. It was like James was truly backed into a corner, as the grand majority
he was found out.
with the brain understand that it is always the adult's job to verify age in a situation that could potentially involve a minor.
This is why I don't really do that kind of interaction.
Either way, this is when all hell broke loose and the floodgates really opened, as over 15 different people would come forward to share their almost identical interactions with James.
Okay, so that person wasn't alone.
Essentially, he was treating his Instagram Explore page on TikTok or Instagram like a never-ending dating cesspool of potential suitors. The only
Okay, so like how Dan Clancy views e-girls, allegedly in my opinion.
problem for him was that people lie about shit online. And the guys he was going after looked
I know a thing or two about that.
very young. Basically, he would DM guys that he found attractive, transition the conversation to
Ow.
Snapchat.
I had the mentality that I could reach out to literally anybody and use my Explore page and For You page as a dating app, and eventually I would just happen to find the right person.
And immediately push messages into an explicit place. This was the consistent pattern in these people's stories who came forward. Though I will say there was a lot of fake shit out there too, like fake screenshots, things that never really happened.
It's not funny to post fake screenshots.
Either way, if he would have just taken a quick look into their profile, it really should have told him that they might be too young for him. Maybe recent photos of them playing high school sports, or doing other high school things like going to...
Yeah, if my hypothetical fan base ever grows that big, I will never ever interact with anyone in that kind of fashion. Mostly because I wouldn't feel like it. I'd rather do literally anything else than interact with random people online. And second, obviously, it wouldn't be a good look anyway.
Prom or homecoming, being tagged in a picture by a 15-year-old girl, you know, it might just give you a hint. And so after 5 weeks, James would release...
Holding yourself accountable. Where's the ukulele? We need that.
And then later delete a video called Holding Myself Accountable.
Oh, of course he deleted it.
And in this video, not only does he have the worst haircut...
No, I noticed that. I was like, what the heck is he wearing? It looks like that he's wearing a wig.
Human history, but he also straight up admits that two of these accusers were 16 years old when they interacted, though he does say that they both lied about their age.
In case anybody isn't aware of what's going on, within the past couple of weeks,
Why does one of his earrings look like a key? Oh, I get it. It's a lock and
Two different
key.
people-
I mean, it's creative, but I'm just saying.
both under the age of 18 have recently come forward saying that they had inappropriate messages to me on social media.
Why don't you just go to Canada then?
One of them being from last year and one of them being from more recent. In both of these cases, I added these people on Snapchat, asked how old they were right away, was told that they were 18, believed them, engaged in a flirty conversation, and then later on found out that they were actually 16. Later on, when I saw them making videos about it and those videos going viral, my immediate reaction, completely honestly, was to be really, really upset.
Now, people were not buying this idea that
I'm pretty sure most people would never buy an apology like this.
James did not understand the power dynamics that came with a celebrity reaching out to an impressionable teenager like this. As virtually no one felt any sympathy for his dating life struggles, I feel like if anything, it just made him look more like a creep.
In all areas of my life, my friends, my business, I like to think of myself as pretty put together and on top of things.
That's what they all say. They always say, no, whenever they do this kind of thing, they're always like, you see, my head was in a dark place. I was going through my dark place arc. Justin Bieber 2.0. Well, the thing about Justin Bieber is that we know that Justin Bieber was went to a Diddy's flavor camp. So he could have been influenced by that. But I don't think James Charles has ever interacted with P. Diddy. Maybe he has, but you never know.
I couldn't understand why a relationship.
But even then, it's not necessarily an excuse. Obviously, trauma isn't necessarily an excuse to do bad things yourself. All it does is continue the cycle. You also lost track. You was stuck at 28 for a long time. Uh-oh, is that gonna happen to me too?
The one outlier. Why were they not working? Why was this area of me
I think the thing that exacerbates it is that my birthday is at the very, very end of the year.
so different? And I finally came to a conclusion. It sucks and it is ridiculously embarrassing to admit this, but I'm desperate.
Like, if anything, this apology was really the final nail in the coffin for his brands as he would know it, as James would lose.
Yeah. In light of recent allegations against James Charles, Morphine James have agreed to end our business relationship.
His extremely lucrative business partnerships, immediately be demonetized by YouTube, and also exiled from his reality TV show hosting duties.
He had when did he have a reality TV show? That just goes to show how much you meant his boy stud persona? Oh, okay.
Not only that, but he was...
No, I still... Oh my god. We have one thing going on with this video, and then a whole separate thing going on with chat. And I have to keep talking about both things at once, which I suppose is a good thing, because it helps me with my multitasking. But yeah, you still feel 28. I still feel 16, if I'm being real. I still feel like I'm younger than I should be, even though I know that I'm in my late 20s.
Now dead to the mainstream industry, who wanted nothing to do with a walking PR nightmare. And literally right after this, things would only get worse, as the...
It just doesn't stop. Just when you thought you've scraped the bottom of the barrel, there's still what's underneath the barrel.
The monster would continue to come to light, as only 3 months after the creep scandal, a former employee would sue James, claiming severe mistreatment, labor violations, and wrongful termination. Basically, this girl who worked for James for around 6 months...
I don't think I know about this story. I knew about some of these other ones, but not this one.
Said that he lied about what her pay would actually be, and that he had promised her a 6-figure salary when he brought her on with full benefits, but in all actuality, he would end up only paying her $5,000 a month with no benefits.
I see.
She claimed that she was working over 80 to 100 hours per week as his creative director.
Without overtime? Did she have to... No, like this one employee at a Walmart who was donating money to BET, who was all like... I mean, she had to work overtime hours off the clocks, and she had to get on food stamps. But at least it beats working at BET, and I'm pretty sure it beats working for James Charles. Your 30s are long gone. Yeah.
Actually editing his videos and scratching his ass for 12 hours a day around the clock.
Oh lord, so he didn't really do much of... I'm glad there's a black box there. I don't think I'd want to see that anyway.
Actually, her worst allegation was that he asked her to shave his ass so that...
Oh, hell no, no, no.
To Coachella. Yes, I'm dead serious. In the...
You know what? I'm not even going to dignify that with an adequate response other than shame on you.
And he would fire her over the phone after she had a severe head injury and was advised by a doctor to avoid looking at any screens, which...
callously informed her that she was being terminated due to poor performance, even though there was an injury.
It was obviously a key point of her job, and I would have to think that this is when she started cooking up
So not even medical leave, huh? Just straight up firing.
the lawsuits. Either way, once this all went public, James would respond by calling it a legal shakedown for hundreds of thousands of dollars.
The suit was all online. You can read through it if you really want to, but it basically alleges that she was wrongfully terminated, overworked, and underpaid, all of which are untrue.
Yeah, you say that, but the evidence, sometimes the evidence speaks for itself.
Contrary to popular belief, I have never, ever paid anybody to speak or to not speak about me, and this will not be the first time that I do it. It just won't.
His main defense is that she was an at-will employee who was fired for reasons other than her newfound medical conditions.
The case also kind of makes it seem like she's just trying to get back like the wages that she feels like she should have been paid for her work, which I wish were the truth because in reality, this suit is actually for hundreds of thousands of dollars.
And despite him—
Wait, what does your suit have to do with her getting adequately paid?
his strong stance that he would not be paying her a dime, after a year the two parties would agree on a private settlement, where the employee had to sign an NDA to not speak about James or the job situation again publicly.
Of
also,
course.
keep in mind that when this lawsuit went public, James did try to paint her as an opportunistic clout chaser who wanted to pile onto the allegations from Snapchat.
Oh, Lord of mercy, says the clout chaser.
There's a lot going on, and I currently feel as though the situation that I was in is being taken advantage of, and I feel as though I'm being blackmailed.
When in reality, she had filed the suit months before any of that stuff had come to light. This is yet another example of James being dishonest to attempt to make himself look better. After this, he would take a couple of months away from posting on the internet. But feeling the lack of attention, you know, that dopamine hit, he once again started to act out, posting videos of—
Oh, Lord. The actual clips were much more explicit, Lord. No. Seeing him twerk like that? Yeah, no thanks.
himself twerking all across the internet, which was once again an—
Oh, stop! Stop! Oh, no.
This would cause him to lose hundreds of thousands of followers in a single day, as most people found these videos to be in poor taste, to say the least, given his recent
They're tacky more than anything else.
allegations of being a creep. And as the years have rolled on, James has faced other situations that have seriously damaged his brand. In 2023, he would continue to use social media as a dating app, and when someone leaked their conversation, well, we at least knew that he now made sure to verify age, also adding that being his boyfriend was a very lucrative role. His requirement—
It's a very... It's called... I was about to say that he's engaging in prostitution, but that's he's the way he made it sound. It made it sound like that he's trying to hire a prostitute.
being 6'2" with a big old swinging hammer.
Oh Lord, God, must love escape rooms, horror movies, and
He
cuddling.
needs armpit hair.
Oh Lord of mercy. Occasional the salary is 0. Okay, so it's not prostitution, but the way that he made it sound like that he was trying to engage in prostitution.
He needs FaceTime calls, but no, you will not be getting a salary.
As a gay fox man, ew. Yeah, as a gay raccoon man, ew. Even if that was I don't even want to see one of those types of characters twerking. I just don't want to see it.
You will get to live in his $10 million mansion, enjoying traveling with his huge ass and his amazing personality.
Your ass isn't that big.
On a serious note, though, in
Say, James, I hear you text them young.
2024, Ethan Klein would put up massive
Oh Lord, of course it's Ethan Klein that does it.
billboards in Los Angeles, calling out James in his past allegations, to which he allegedly went into overdrive to get taken down.
Oh my God. Yeah, same for the gay Kiwi.
But yeah, the big story was the billboard did go up on Friday, but then on
Sunday, I think?
Sunday, after one day,
Yeah.
He had it taken down.
the billboard in the middle of the day on Sunday mysteriously taken down.
Yeah, it seemed like it happened around 2 p.m.
Legally, we cleared it with legal, we cleared it with the advertising company, like we crossed all of our T's, dotted all of our I's. Yeah. I mean, this is the 10,000.
What if Ethan did this with iDubbbz and Hassan? I bet that would be absolute cinema.
$1 billboard, so the act of cutting that down would be a felony, I would believe.
Chapter 3. Modern day fuck up. I know about this one though, I
Now we
think.
get to the current day, where he newsflash has fucked up majorly once again. And it really just shows that through all the years and the various controversy that he has learned virtually nothing. Basically, he went on to TikTok completely
Yes, I know about this one. Normal Gaze made a video about it, and I saw that on my own time.
unprovoked.
Bisbree.
And posted a video of himself enraged, yelling at the phone at a random person who DM'd him asking for a donation after they got laid off from Spirit Airlines. Obviously, earlier this year, the airline...
Okay, I kind of misremembered. I forgot. I didn't remember that it was a DM. I thought it was a lady that actually made a video and that he was responding to it.
Shut down completely, and around 17,000 people were out of a job immediately. This is where James, of course, rides in on his high horse.
I just got a DM on here from a girl that said, "Good morning, James. I know you'll probably never see this, but if you could just
Yeah, he ended up seeing it.
take 1 minute to read it would really mean a lot to me. I'm really struggling right now because Spirit Airlines just filed for bankruptcy and I have lost my job. Here's a GoFundMe link. Any donations help."
And then he presumptuously says to find a job, I think.
I'm sure they do, sweetheart. I'm sure they do. You know what else would help you? Getting another job. Yeah, try that.
The job market isn't all that cracked up to me.
Because-
or cracked up to be.
The time that it took you to copy and paste the same fuck-ass message to myself, who you don't follow, by the way, and probably 100 other influencers and celebrities, you could have applied for
Oh, someone.
100 other jobs, but you
I don't know. I don't want anyone making ship names of me.
didn't because you're a lazy piece of shit and you're entitled.
Says the lazy piece of shit who's entitled.
And you think that influencers and celebrities should fund your life for you. Why would I ever help you? You're not a fan. You don't even follow me. You've never supported me. This is your first time DMing. And you think that I'm gonna send you money because you lost your job? Oh my God, welcome to the real world, sweetheart. Why would I fucking help you? This bitch, you lost your fucking job? Oh. What are we gonna do? Nothing!
Now, obviously, he just came off...
What else am I supposed to say other than jackass?
looking like an entitled prick here. I mean, to be honest, he might be pulling ahead of Jack Doherty for the most
Jack Dorky be like
face on the internet.
Oh Lord.
To me,
that's what I think. That's how I feel about Logan Paul.
James himself is lucky to still be making money online. Hell, he's
How is he still making money? There's
lucky that his sassy ass ain't behind bars eating cat food. And I have to say, out of everything, even though some of it is clearly more disgusting than this video was probably the cringiest thing that he's ever done. Talking about the real world when he has never in his life worked a real job. As a matter of fact, he was born into a wealthy family.
Oh, I
That was
see.
arguably within the most protected class of human in modern American civilization. Now, should this girl have been out there begging for money? Probably not.
Probably not. I mean, when I was in jobless limbo, I didn't come on stream and beg you guys for money. That's the last thing that I wanted to do, because I know that something like that has to be done of your own volition. I shouldn't have to ask for it. Nor will I ever promote anyone to do such a thing. But, you know, when in this kind of context, there might be something to it.
But did he have to erupt like this and make an ass of himself? No.
Nah.
Either way, the girl who sent the message would post a response video.
It's me. I'm the girl that James Charles talked about in that video. Did James Charles really send you that message? He did. He decided to message me on TikTok, and he wanted to privately apologize. I know another question on here is, do I accept his apology? So I'm just gonna answer it right together. Hell no.
Yeah, if someone like that were to talk shit about me, if someone made a hit piece video on me and then they tried to DM me to apologize, well, it depends on who they are and how genuine it is. And it also it'll depend on a whole lot of factors.
James lost over 1 million followers on his account. He would start panicking and completely backtracked, acting like he was some innocent kid who did not know what he was saying.
Oh, did he? Oopsie whoopsie, made a fucky wucky, as the shoe on head would say.
I posted a video on this account talking about how a woman had lost her job at Spirit Airlines,
And of course he's doing this while topless.
she sent me a message with a GoFundMe link asking me to donate. And the video is basically me yelling at the camera, being super upset and frustrated.
He's got a lot of beauty marks on his shoulders, damn.
Because this person had never followed me, never supported me before. Her message just triggered me, and I decided instead to make a video about it. This video was fucking stupid. It was rude, it was obnoxious, it was privileged, and most importantly, it was completely fucking unnecessary.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing at the sheer hypocrisy of this. He's one of the most privileged. Wait, is he talking about himself? Or I wasn't paying attention. I was too focused on his freckles down here.
Fucking stupid. Supported me before. her message just triggered me, and I decided.
Okay, he's talking about her video. I was gonna say the hypocrisy of this motherfucker calling her privileged. You're one of the most privileged motherfuckers on the goddamn planet, and you're gonna accuse someone else of being privileged? Shut up.
Instead, to make a video about it. This video was fucking stupid. It was rude, it was obnoxious, it was privileged, and most importantly, it was completely fucking unnecessary because it came across as super fucking privileged and like I was basically shaming anybody that's unemployed.
Like, look,
I mean, you kind of were, low-key.
You woke up in your mansion, checked your DMs like you do every day with your thirsty ass, and read this short message that triggered you so much that you turned on your camera.
Yeah, you felt the need to have to make a response to it.
Ranted into your phone, went back, replayed, and edited the rants, and thought that you were so in the right that you posted it up online.
How do you know he's the one that edited it?
I get a lot of messages like this every single day, and for me personally, it definitely sucks to receive messages from people that don't follow you and don't support you, treating you like a personal ATM or bank account.
Just because I don't follow someone doesn't mean I don't support them. I mean, have you seen some of those YouTubers who are all like, I noticed that a lot of you watch my videos, but a lot of you aren't subscribed. I mean, to fair point, you should definitely subscribe to me so that the algorithm promotes my content, or else nothing. I don't have any threats to give to anyone. I'm just saying.
Well, here's an idea for you, James. Why don't you stop reading your social media messages altogether? Oh wait, you can't because you're addicted to that shit. 2
Yeah,
weeks later, the following
you can say the same thing about a lot of people.
course, we're still bleeding out, and so James would then release another video where he once again tries to double down on the apology.
To be completely honest with you, don't know what I was going through that day that led to me or allowed me to be so triggered by an individual one-off message like that, and I really don't know what the hell went through my head to think it was
What went through your head was your entitled narcissism.
appropriate in any way, shape, or form to make a piece of content about somebody reaching out asking for a helping hand at a vulnerable time. In the initial video, I made a comment of like, welcome to the real world, you just go get another job, and I now realize that that is literally just not possible. I knew that the economy and the job market weren't great, but I'm ashamed to admit my level of ignorance when it came to how bad it actually was. I have been far departed from that for a very fucking long time because of the privileged, secluded little influencer bubble that I have been in.
Oh, I didn't know people don't dump.
Yeah, you didn't realize how privileged you were. I mean, I don't like it when people try to shame someone for their privilege, but when it comes to you, James, obviously it's deserved.
Money out here? I didn't know people working 2 jobs still can't eat or pay their rent or feed their families. Like, my guy, if you do not shut the fuck up with your privileged ass.
I have lost my job.
You literally spawned in on easy mode, and then you want to talk down on people from a multi-million-dollar house that working-class individuals funded through buying your products and watching your videos.
Yep.
Come on, man, what the fuck is you doing, cuz? Now after this, James would continue to try and save face, mainly by donating money to another person who had been fired from Spirit Airlines.
So it was someone else.
$500 for the multimillionaire. I just really cannot fathom how he continues to make the same stupid mistakes over and over again.
Does anyone want to make a prediction what his next mistake will be?
Like, at some point it is obvious that this guy just has a serious character flaw. In general, this guy has shown himself to be a downright nasty person with a mean spirit. Like, you don't even have to be that down to earth to understand how crappy most people have it right now when it comes to having no purchasing power in their life. I'm talking about people with full-time professional jobs. You know, they were
Coming to bed, honey? Yes, dear.
went all through college, they bought into all the stuff, and then they're still forced to live with their parents into their 30s. I'm talking about people who used to be hiring professionals with great jobs, who are now forced to work fast food or retail, simply because the job market is so bad, and they can't even get a job interview. Families who don't know where the next meal will come from. I mean, overall, I would hope that 2026 is the year that we finally leave this guy in the past, because he has shown himself time and time again to be, in my opinion, an out-of-touch sociopath. It's like from the very start when the light was shined, the cockroaches really jumped the fuck out. But either way, I want to know what you guys think about the overall career of James Charles down below, or you...
And, I mean, we like seeing the downfall of entitled people, but you have to look at it from... I'm not very good at outros, let's just be real. I always say... So you know what, I'm just gonna cut it off there. Alright, we have time for one more video. Let's see. I have this one that was lined up about Latin in the backrooms, which I think is just a little lighthearted thing that we could just take a look at by Polymathy, who is, well, no, who has a smile. I've wanted to talk about Polymathy, this guy, for a while. I wanted to describe him as the man with a smile that shines brighter than 1,000 that I can't speak. He has a smile that shines brighter than 1,000 suns. That's what I wanted to say. And if you've seen this man smile, you'll understand what I mean. but I want to see. Let's go ahead and try to speak some Latin in the back rooms, and try to speak some ancient Greek as well.
Latin spoken in the back rooms.
I need some subtitles so I can read it properly, or so I can say it properly.
Why is there Latin spoken in the back rooms?
Oh, it's something that's actually in the movie. I thought we were going to translate the Backrooms script into Latin.
That just makes this movie even creepier. I actually really liked the movie The Backrooms.
I've never seen it.
And I knew exactly what this was as soon as I heard it. Well, actually, I had to hear a couple of the languages spoken. This is the Golden Record, a recording from the Golden Record.
Oh, I know what the Golden Record is.
On the Voyager probes. That record.
That was that's in case the Voyager ever comes across intelligent life, and then they have it encoded in a way that could be seen as something, I guess, universal.
Contained a number of sounds and images, and also greetings. 55 greetings, 55 different languages, greetings from around the world, including in Latin and ancient Greek.
And basta ferimus.
And while we were watching this in the theater, I leaned over to Irene and I said, "E la sonda spaziale Voyager."
Let's go.
That was really exciting. You can hear the full recording on Wikipedia. Let's listen to the whole Latin part.
Salvete quicumque.
Salvete. They said it wrong. It's here. Let me try to read it myself. Salvete quicumque estis. Bonum erga vos voluntatem habemus et pacem per astra ferimus. I'm pretty sure I have to like actively think about. I know how to pronounce Latin. I know about like the retracted S and the long vowels, but you know.
Bonum erga vos voluntatem habemus et pacem per astra ferimus.
I mean, he pronounced the C correctly. It's pacem. Like in ecclesiastical pronunciation, this would be pacem. And ecclesiastical pronunciation does not distinguish between phonemic vowel length. And it pronounces the V's as modern V's instead of like W's. But, you know.
Now, I would swear this would be a German...
That's pretty... Oh, did I say it good? Let me try again. Salvete quicumque estis bonum erga salvete quicumque estis bonam erga vos voluntatem habemus et pacem per astra ferimus. Ferimus.
Now, I would swear this would be a German, possibly a Dutch speaker. The S almost sounds a little bit retracted, but Germans can have retracted S as well.
Do Germans have retracted S in some contexts? Here, I need to fix something. There we go. Much better.
That would have leaned towards German if the name of each person's recording weren't there, and a certain Frederick Aul...
Oh, here we go. Ashuli.
Frederick Michael Aul, 1941 to 2025, was an American classical scholar who was professor of classics and comparative literature at Cornell University. How about that? He was American, and he sounds pretty German. He does.
I mean, America has a pretty big German population, especially in the Midwest, I think.
But he also has the hard C, so I assume this was...
Yeah, he pronounced the V wrong, but he got the C correct.
Just the pronunciation that was a little bit more common, perhaps at the time, in academic circles. In any case, that's pretty cool. Salvete quicumque estis. Hello, whoever you are.
Bonum erga vos voluntatem habemus.
Bonum erga vos voluntatem habemus. Good towards you all will we have. Et pacem per astra ferimus. And peace through the stars we bear.
Yep.
That's
yeah, anyone who speaks a Romance language would be able to recognize any of these. Salvete means hello, and it's related to the word salute. Pacem is related to the word for peace. You can tell by some of the consonants. And voluntatem, related to the word voluntary. Bonam, I know this is related to the word bonus, which derives from a root that means good. I've seen the word habemus a few times, but I don't remember what that means.
And, amazingly, he recorded the Welsh as well as the ancient Greek recording.
Oh, what's the ancient Greek sound
That's
like?
on the record. I love that they had time for ancient languages when there's so many living languages they could have chosen to.
Yeah,
I'm happy.
I mean, I saw Hittite.
But before we do the ancient Greek, I need to tell you about the Ancient Language Institute, the sponsor of today's video. The Ancient Language Institute teaches Biblical Hebrew, Old English, and of course Latin and Ancient Greek. New cohorts for all 4 languages are starting at the end of August for the fall term, but you have to sign up by August 15th. And what we do is not merely to read a translation or something like that. No, we teach you to read the language in the original, which is the links in the description. Now let's listen to more of the Golden Record, specifically the Ancient Greek.
Let's listen.
Which is the second language on the record. The first one, you'll never guess. It's Sumerian.
Sumerian. Sulamachemen. No, I need to actually see it for myself so that I can try to pronounce it correctly. Oitines. Oitines. Wait, he said oitines. Greek, ancient Greek has pitch accent and phonemic vowel length, so you'd have to keep track of both of that, which makes it a little hard for me to read. Let's see. Oitines. But. Oitines. But. Este. Kairete. Irenikos pros pilos or pilus elilutamen piloi. It's harder for me to read Greek than it is to read Latin. Irenikos. Right? Irenikos. He's pronouncing it with modern... He's pronouncing some of those letters with modern pronunciation.
Felicidades a todos. That's fantastic. Not just the Portuguese, but there's ancient Greek on the record. So what is Professor Friedrich Ahl saying in this recording? He's saying, Oitines podeste caire, eran gos prospirus ele lutamen pilui, which means, whoever you are, hello, eran gos, peacefully, prospirus to friends, ele lutamen, we have come, pilui, friends.
Okay, yeah. Like, I know how to pronounce, but I also know how to pronounce it. I just struggle because I'm not that familiar with Greek.
It is as friends. And I was also struck by this oitines podeste.
Oitines poneste.
Which I thought I had recognized, but I was like, I don't think I've seen that very often. So I went to TLG, Thesaurus Linguae Graecae, incredible tool, and I looked it up, and I was shocked to see that oitines podeste, it only occurs one time. It's certainly, I think, a very, very useful phrase and could be used in a lot of different circumstances. So even though it's technically, as written in Hapax Legomenon, that's structurally and productively, it's not necessarily that rare. But exactly this wording occurs one time in the whole corpus, and it's an Ephesian tale by Xenophon of Ephesus.
So that phrase is only used once, and they chose that of all things.
Book 3. Which I think is amazing because I love.
Yeah, I saw those, Brett.
I think it's one of the best ways for students to progress out of the end of the beginner stage and into the intermediate stage of their development in the ancient Greek studies. In fact, I have a whole video course.
An Ephesian Tale, Book 1.
Just for an Ephesian Tale, Book 1, and Book 2 is coming soon. A full immersion course, Ancient Greek Immersion, Butismos, and you can check that out at lucranieri.com. So something I've always wondered is, how were aliens supposed to read the Golden Record? That is...
I mean, I remember watching something pertaining to this, where all of these little shapes and stuff are supposed to be like universal signs as to that could be easily interpreted by others, but that's still based on our understanding of how signs work.
To listen to it.
Like, I think this, I don't remember what this means, but no, I don't remember what any of it means, to be honest.
And, well, NASA
It's been such a long time since I looked into it.
has a whole web page for that. And essentially,
Okay, here. Binary code defining proper speed, whatever that is.
instructions for how to build a phonograph player are on the record.
Oh, that's what that
Which
is.
is remarkable. Let's have a look. Okay, so explanation.
Okay, I get it.
Explanation of the recording covered. So, binary code defining the proper speed, 3.6 seconds rotation at the turn of the record.
Okay.
Let me zoom in on here a bit. Which is associated with the fundamental transition of the hydrogen atom. This is
Are they even gonna know what that is?
brilliant stuff. Carl Sagan was obviously behind this. So this is what it looks like from above. You know, I mean, they're doing the best they can,
Which is not. No, if an alien were to see this, they probably wouldn't be able to put that 2 and 2 together.
admirable. This diagram defines location of our
Yes, I knew that this had to deal with location,
sun,
but
utilizing the 14 pulsars known in directions from our sun. And the binary code defines frequency of the pulses.
okay. I knew that that had something to do with stars, but it's specifically the sun.
This is something that is very similar to what they did in the movie Project Hail Mary, where the alien tries to communicate with Ryan Gosling's character to explain, oh, this is my planet, this is where it's located, where's yours, and they figured out together. Really cool stuff. I mean, how do you communicate?
Well, once again, this is from our perspective. They probably have completely different ideas as... An alien will probably have completely different ideas as to what this would mean.
How do the instructions of building something when you don't even speak the same language, and but the universality of mathematics and physical properties is assumed, and I just think that's brilliant. Look at this stuff. This is brilliant.
And that's implying that an alien's idea of how math works is going to be the same as us.
This diagram illustrates the two lowest states of the hydrogen atom. The vertical lines with the dots indicate the spin moments of the proton and the electron. Brilliant. Brilliant stuff. I just loved that the Voyager Golden Record, readings in 55 languages, was in the background.
And that...
Assalamu alaikum. Waluki trase apo.
Now, what the hell is this? I've never seen this movie, so I wouldn't know.
There's something so old school about that recording. It sounds old-fashioned. Even when Carl Sagan's son, Nick Sagan, gives the final reading at the very end of the record, the readings from the children of planet Earth.
Hello from the children of planet Earth.
It's lovely. I remember hearing that.
Yeah, that record, that one copy of the record is still out in space. I don't remember how far outside of our orbit it is, but I think it's already surpassed Pluto's orbit, I'm pretty sure. Unless I'm thinking of a different satellite.
When I was a kid, because my grandmother would record the NOVA programs from PBS, which I didn't get up here in the country, but closer to Philadelphia where she was. She actually got them and recorded them for me, so I'm very grateful to her that I was able to see, like on the Voyager probes and all these other things that just captured my imagination. It was so...
I don't even remember when I learned about this. It was a while ago.
Just like the Backrooms, it just has this weird and twisted version of reality, hearing something so optimistic and fundamentally so beautiful. In that environment.
Ogenki desu ka?
So unsettling and so perfect. It was even weirder after I recognized what it was. I felt less comfortable.
I guess the movie has served its purpose.
What the movie was supposed to do.
Yeah.
I can also recommend Kane Parsons' original Backroom series. He's the director. He's only 20. YouTube.
Oh yeah, he was the one that made it.
Fantastic guy. And he did, with Blender, almost all of his videos on his channel before getting hired to be the director and the filmmaker for the Backrooms horror movie, which is amazing. So, hey, look at that. Latin and ancient Greek, everywhere we go. And just as wonderful, science and space, the Voyager probes, hydrogen atoms,
Hydrogen
all
atoms.
vibrating together harmoniously
Under the sun.
Thanks so much for watching. Thanks.
All right. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay. Things have slowed down quite a bit so far. I don't really have anything else to look at if anyone has anything that they would like to share. Here, we could probably spend a few moments scrolling through oh, yes. Why couldn't Candace prove to her mom that anything happened at Tiananmen Square? I mean, Candace, if the Chinese government says that nothing happened, then nothing happened. It's that simple. Okay, and what's this? Evaluating a line integral in Calculus 3. I don't even remember how vectors work, so don't even try to ask me that question. A history of the GATT. And that's not a history of the GATT. That's a history of the GATT. Let's see. Oh, look. Whoa, look at this. Look at this. You're gay. There's a country called You're Gay. Which, yeah. You're already past the heliopause, so it's proper interstellar space. A few years from the Oort cloud. Well, at least we're getting closer. Yeah, the Oort cloud is the outermost layer of the solar system. Oh, I thought about wanting to look at the Simpsons game speed run, but it's an hour long, so it might take some time. Oh, where do we draw the line between scripts? That's the standard Latin alphabet. And this is the Latin alphabet with some German letters. And then that's the Greek alphabet specifically. Oh, Anton Chigurh buys copper from Ea Natsir, the Bronze Age shitpost. My grounded compilation? I don't have a grounded compilation. The king who conquered Oaxaca, Lord Eight Deer. And why is she animeified? 1 plus 0 plus 0 equals what? Because some zeros are bigger than others, just as some infinities are bigger than others. Oh, we should look at this, where Bart got pregnant with his own brother because Homer died on 9/11. Let's see. Oh, the YOL sound effect. Wen will you ver Vigs, as they say. And a historical tour of the Hagia Sophia. And we're gonna turn Minecraft into a liminal space nightmare. Because you're all alone. How many times was writing invented? It seems that we invented writing 4 times. Devian Tart. Okay. Because we have the Tart Toader from Adventure Time. Ooh, medieval French toast. That looks amazing. We should, I need to learn I want to make more. I want to be able to make recipes and shit. You could check out my grounded compil. I still don't. Are you talking about Go Animate grounded videos? Because I don't really want to look at that stuff. The worst Simpsons games of all times, including The Simpsons Wrestling and Skateboarding. And then the deadly job of a Victorian baker. I do remember learning about something while I was still a baker called baker's lung, because all the powder and the oil sprays get in your lungs. It's not Go Animate. Okay. We can look at this Chinese SpongeBob video. Oh, I've been misreading what you were saying, I think. Clyde Donovan, South Park's Crybaby, because his influencer, Logan LaDouche, told him to go out and get some cred. Oh, this is a video that I've thought about wanting to look at. The Deadly Disasters of the Wizard of Oz and Other Movie Sets. Because I know all about the drama that happened behind the scenes when they were trying to film The Wizard of Oz. I do know that the actress that played the Wicked Witch caught on fire at some point. That's something that I do remember. And then I also remember there was this one movie where they were just finished filming it, but then the little girl who was playing the lead role ended up getting killed by a stage light or something like that. And so they had to reshoot the whole movie. I don't remember which one it was. I thought it was The Wizard of Oz, but I may have been thinking of a completely different movie. If anyone knows which one I'm talking about. Here, let me at least look up what you're talking about, Brad, on my laptop. Because I have no idea what you're talking about. Here. I thought you said it wasn't one of those. And I see the thumbnail is Caillou. I don't think I want to look at something like that. That's not something that I want to see. Like, at all, honestly. No offense, but... It's something that one of my brothers would see, but not necessarily me, so I'd rather not. Oh. Nyang Neko Sugar Girls Kawaii Desu Kimo. The Feast of the Seven Fishes. I don't know what that is, but apparently it's from The Bear. Oh. Spending $10,000 for a fake job. That looks like that guy from that one meme. You know which one I think. From Pixels to Polygons. The History of the Legend of Zelda series. And I guess you guys don't remember 1980s era Zelda, where this is official art of what looks like a harpy with her boobs hanging out. Also, how many slices of barnacle loaf do you want? Is it just one for you, one for me, or would you rather cut it yourself? We might need 10 slices because we're really hungry. The lost gods of the Anglo-Saxons. Wooden. Tim Curry holds back laughter for 3 minutes in Red Alert 3. I mean, I can always just... Apparently this is not a fry, but it's probably the best fry in the world. I'll be the judge of that. I'm very particular when it comes to how I like my fries. I don't like it when the potato is too overwhelming. Why English keeps turning its vowels into I mean, to be fair, there are a lot of languages that do that. Slavic languages are notorious for that. Oh. Tiffany. The Name That Won't Die. Swimming False Start compilation. I know I'm down for that kind of stuff, but that feels too niche to me. At this point, I'm just scrolling aimlessly. Nobody's really suggesting anything else. 15 pieces of... I think it would be best if I simply ended here. Or let me see if I can look that up. Swimming false start Olympics or just in general? Ow. Lesson learned. Better be careful and attentive next time. Okay, I understand it now. Maybe we can look at that another time. It doesn't look like something from Tasting History. If something from... With Max Miller. I know some people have... yes. What medieval restaurants were like. I mean, some of these are a little too... I mean, we could probably take a look at least one on Saturday, if anything. We recreated the lost buns of 18th century London. What it was like at a medieval tavern. To get the meme lore. There's a meme associated with hardtack. I know what... I've seen part of the hardtack video. There's a 2,000-year-old Roman cheesecake. World War II ice cream of the U.S. Navy. Cooking on the American home front. The emergency steak. Cowboy pork and beans. Dracula's paprika Händel. From the novel. The history of mac and cheese, yes. When people that like to shit talk British food find out that mac and cheese is a British food, it breaks their heart every time. We followed a medieval cookbook recipe exactly. I just see a bunch of raspberries. School lunch pizza from the 80s and 90s. Let them eat chocolate. The Marie Antoinette diet. And this recipe took over 3 years. Ninja Kitatsken. Or Kitatskan. Why Vampires Hate Garlic, a Transylvanian recipe from 1580. And Sloppy Joe's. We could probably take a look at the hardtack episode, if I can remember to look for it. It was awesome back then. Like, I already know what hardtack is. It's the stuff that they ate on ships that doesn't dry out or that doesn't go stale or go bad. We can save this for another time. It started to get a little late, but pizza. Oh Lord, my mouth is dry because of course it is. 18th century Swedish stuffed cabbage, the bee ration corn fritters. Sweet bread for St. John's Eve, Emperor Commodus' last meal, the poisoned beef. Now, obviously, you wouldn't want to recreate that. Why John Adams hated the 4th of July celebration, or why he hated it. The forever bread, yeah. It gave them all of the necessary nutrients that a sailor would need. Except maybe vitamin C, but we don't talk about that because that's scurvy. And I tried to figure out what this is. Are these empanadas or are these something else? School lunch USDA cheese slices and peanut butter rocked back then too. Yeah. It usually depends. I remember at the schools that I used to go to, there were these little pizza breads that they would serve. The pepperoni pizza, this little sort of oval shaped pizza bread that had diced pepperoni on it, and then there was the 3 cheese breads. Oh my god, those are so good. I think they're called Tony's or something like that. I can't remember what it was. They would get them in bulk from it was either Aldi's or Gordon. And I've been meaning to try to find those for the longest time, but I haven't been able to because I just didn't feel like it. I might have to continue my search at some point because I remember the 3 cheese and the diced pepperoni ones being so good that I would always get 3 of them, which would total like $6, which my parents weren't a big fan of. They didn't like me doing that. But yeah, and then every other, what was it? Every other like week or so, we would get, they would sell pizza from different chains. Pizza bread. Oishi, as the Japanese in Japan would say. I don't really have, I think it's a little too late to look at this if we want to just chill for a little bit. If we want to chill for a little bit before we sign off, I'm always down for some random conversation. Even if there is a 1-minute delay, I'm gonna keep pointing that out until YouTube decides to fix it, basically. If Twitch and Kick can make it so that it's instantaneous when it comes to when you guys receive the live feed and when I receive messages, then I don't understand why YouTube can't do the same. It's chilly. You say that you should be in time for Stardew Valley. Yeah, there was something creepy going on in the sewers. All things considered, but I'm in the summer month right now, trying to. I still don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing, but I'll figure it out one step at a time. Does anyone have any final? You'll be traveling? Alright. Hopefully that doesn't demotivate me, but we'll see what happens. Anyone have any last minute things that they would like to say before we sign off? Like I said, I'm always down for some last minute convos. Because I was also in the middle of something earlier, but I kind of forgot what it was. Let me close out of all of these tabs since I don't need them anymore. I will save the hardtack video for Saturday specifically. That way we'll be in time for it. The heat is on. I see. Evaluate. Oh, wait, we just took a look at that. Well, I haven't taken a look at that. Yeah, it's pretty hot outside right now. Even Picarto can make almost instant lagless streams. I don't even know what Picarto is. 80s hit too. Yeah, it's supposed to be in the 90s here, like, at least Fahrenheit, like, all week. Okay, good night, Brett. Okay, Glock and Rhodey, you got any last minute things to mention to me before we sign off? Oh, what did I... There was something that I remember bringing up earlier, but I don't remember what it was. I might have to remember to find it myself. It's a streaming site mostly for drawing artists. Okay, I see. Good night, Clock. Okay, good night. Alright, I guess that's gonna be it for now. See you guys. See whoever is able to. Lots of furries there. Of course there are. I'd imagine that there would be, because of course. But I don't know if they'd want to notice me. I don't think I'd want them to, especially considering some of the things that I've said in the. Considering things that I've said on my channel that they might take issue with, but that's about it. Yeah, I'll be back on Friday for the DDR plus Stardew Valley, and then we'll definitely take a look at the hardtack video on Saturday. So take care.